Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust. Alongside me, as always, ready to defend all things Packers, is Kyle Wallace. Say something, Kyle. Come on, Strofe. Come on, Strofe.
What's happening, KVN Nation? My producer sucks. Just sucks. Are you going to apologize for this nonsense?
I just had the wrong mic up. I apologize.
There we go. There we go.
Wow, he really did. Thank you. I accept that.
Yeah. Very rare to get an apology from Strofe that quick. Usually there's a lot of blowback.
You guys, I am sick and
Here we go.
tired of being mischaracterized by you three buffoons. You would not have the success you do on a daily basis without me. Now you apologize.
All right. Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter, Super Bowl 50 runner-up. In the salute to service gear from the Jacksonville Jaguars
Saluting to service as always. Ben, good to see you with glasses on today, looking very astute, very smart. I have to ask Strofe, though, who is a glasses requirer, and Kyle, who is also a glasses requirer.
I don't like that.
Do you not like when someone who doesn't need glasses wears glasses and you are required to?
You know what? Actually,
Does it just slap in your face?
It really is, because my culture is not your costume.
Well said, Kyle.
So I don't understand why you have on these fake glasses.
They're blue light glasses.
Oh, but you don't wear them every single day, so
Yeah,
I really
it's a
think you're
costume
just trying to
for you. It's
make
an
fun of us.
I don't know what you guys are trying to do.
It's a
Okay, I'll
fashion
take them
statement
off.
for
Like,
Ben.
I don't
Thank you.
know.
It's a
Now I'll
fashion
keep them on.
statement for Ben, and it's
not a fashion statement. I've been made fun of for wearing these like every time
How
I
about
do.
You wear these, I'll wear those.
No.
They require them for health purposes.
I can't even see my hotkeys right now.
Damn, you're blind, kid.
I'm so blind.
He took his glasses off and he's like,
Yeah, there's an adjustment there. He's about 4 inches from the screen. You're telling me you can't see it?
holy cow, I'm a tool.
what did
He
the-
found that one very
What
easy.
did the Lord bless you with?
Bad eyesight.
No, that's not blessed. We really don't
blessed
know.
you with? Kyle, you don't want to know that answer.
If that's not funny. You fall for
was
that?
funny.
You didn't
That
see
was
that one
funny.
coming from a mile away. When he has nothing else to actually say, he goes with the lowest hanging fruit of all time.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow!
It's low hanging, all right.
Yuck.
It was pretty quick.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. Could have said that joke in unison with him. I don't know
It's your
how
fault.
this turned
It's
into.
your fault.
Yeah, all we did was say I can't believe he apologized so quick, and it turned into that.
It did. That's crazy.
That is wild. That being said, you can get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison, of course, the ESPN Wisconsin app. No, because Jaws and MKE chimed in, and there are two Carbless Talk and text lines for those listening across ESPN Wisconsin. During Wildy and Tausch, they have one. Just a little bit different. Ours is 800-990-3776. So not all of the texts go to Jesse Nelson. And Jaws in Milwaukee. Boys, with the organizational regime consistency that the Packers have had for nearly 20 years, they should be further along than they are. Super Bowl wins notwithstanding. Jaws.
Powerful.
And I find that interesting because Ed Policy is scoffing at the idea that he didn't even consider firing Matt LaFleur. Consider. And obviously it's well documented that I think Matty Mouse in big games shrivels up and can't figure it out. And he looks to Rich Bisaccia, Rich help, but now he doesn't have Rich. He's got 5 other assistant head coaches to help him. He just doesn't get it done in the big games in the playoffs. We've been through this. I compared it to Coach Gard in the playoffs. They need to win the big games, and they don't do it. And Matt has been a 7 seed the last 3 years and missed the playoffs the year before that. And he got extended. And he lost control of his locker room last year. They gave him bad grades. He called it out. He said something we need to have more clarity with. These are all things that we're getting after he was extended by Ed Policy. It's just sitting a little weird right now.
It's sitting weird with me, too, because Policy going into commentary on it said he was shocked at the idea he would fire Matt LaFleur. And then even on beat, as you just said, went on to say that it was important to evaluate his full tenure rather than a full games. the full tenure reflects those small games, or maybe even better said, those few games reflects the tenure. We're talking about 3 straight 7-seeds, early playoff exits, and even when he had the best teams in the NFL with an MVP quarterback, a sputtering out and a flattening when it comes to playoffs. It's clear to me that Ed Policy never truly evaluated any other option other than Matt LaFleur, that whatever the time was between the end of the season actually extending them was just getting comfortable. But to me, it does a disservice to the organization to not at least not consider other options. Can we do better? Is this exactly where we want to be? But this is just Ed Policy telling me that, you know what? Brian Gutekunst, Matt LaFleur, making the playoffs, it's good enough. It's good enough for me. And I don't think that's an organization that has championship aspirations. Of course, they want to win Super Bowls, right? They want to get to and they want to win Super Bowls. But if he is truly shocked that people thought for a minute to fire Matt LaFleur, and he clearly never really evaluated any other options, it tells me what they've been doing is just good enough. It's good enough, and let's keep the train on the tracks. And that to me, if he's shocked by that, I'm shocked by that.
I very much look forward to hearing from complacent Kyle, who basically just defends everything that comes out of any of the Packers' brass mouths because he's basically become a mouthpiece for them. Go ahead, Kyle.
No, it's just you guys, your expectations, okay, you want the Packers to win a championship, but you have to look at
You don't?
No, I want them to win a championship, but you have to understand it's hard to find really good coaches in the NFL. Matt LaFleur is 76-40-1 in his tenure as a Packers coach. He makes the playoffs consistently. Now, has he gotten over the hump to win a championship? No, he has not done that, but he did something that is extremely hard that many great coaches have been unable to do. He transitioned from one franchise quarterback to another. When you look at teams and their failures, the Dolphins ain't been nothing since Dan Marino left over 20 years ago now. You look at the Patriots, Belichick got ran out of town because he wasn't able to refine that quarterback after Tom Brady left after he retired. The Rams ended up leaving St. Louis once Kurt Warner left. So all I'm saying is this. What he was able to do is transition from a great Hall of Fame quarterback, prepare a quarterback in Jordan Love to be a really good quarterback that we all believe has the ability to lead the Green Bay Packers to a Super Bowl. So it's not always about just, hey, you didn't get us to a Super Bowl this year. It's about what progress are we making. And when I look at this team, though the wins were not there at the end of the season, we have to remember this team was 9-3-1 and up in the second half against the Denver Broncos, who would have been playing in a Super Bowl had it not been for their quarterback getting injured in the AFC divisional round. So that is how good the ceiling was for the Green Bay Packers. Injuries absolutely decimated this team, and I think Matt LaFleur deserved the opportunity to come back. So if you're a logical thinker like Ed Policy has displayed himself to be, you will look at this team and say, you know what? We ran into the injury bug. Now what we have to do is ensure when we run into that injury bug, how can we finish games and how can we bring more players in here to ensure that we have more depth? The solutions for the Green Bay Packers isn't that hard. They're not that far away, and they proved it last season under Matt LaFleur leading this team. So that's why I don't think it's crazy that he looked at how the season ended and said, okay, well, look at the way we competed without having a lot of our guys. And, if we run it back and strengthen some of the positions that
The way we competed without having a lot of our guys, they lost 5 games in a row.
Again, they
in embarrassing fashion.
Again, they didn't.
That Ravens game was an atrocity.
The Ravens game was an atrocity. You're absolutely right. But when I look at the Bears game, the way it ended, sad. The other Bears game in Chicago, sad again. We're not going to count.
More than sad.
It's very sad.
It's more than sad.
But again, you don't have
sad. It's an embarrassment, and it can't happen.
I
accountability.
You can take accountability, but also you have to understand the bigger picture is you want to be as healthy as possible going into those games late. When you look at the Seahawks and you look at the Patriots, when they were playing in the Super Bowl, they had health. That's something the Green Bay Packers did not have. If the Packers were healthy throughout the season, we all believe that the Packers would have been playing in the NFC Championship game.
So, first year of Jordan Love, it was his first year. Second year is, he was injured. Third year, it was, the rest of the team wasn't healthy. What are you already working on your fourth year excuse?
Excuse me, you forgot Jordan Love also wasn't healthy as well down the stretch for the Packers, but he balled out in the playoffs. No,
he was plenty healthy to score 21 points in one half.
It's not like the team has really evolved in a way that it's like, okay, Matt LaFleur is the source of them getting better. They keep on getting 7 seeds. They keep on getting early playoff exits. They're not tough. They're not disciplined. They were great on offense, and you got a good D coordinator, a couple of good hires.
They're
But
definitely a more disciplined football team when it comes to penalties than what they were 2 years ago. There's obvious growth that we have seen on this offense. You look at a Christian Watson who came back from the ACL injury, and now we all believe that there's potential there for him to be a 1,000-yard wide receiver that has been so elusive for the Packers. Tucker Kraft had turned into a guy that we thought would probably be, he looked like he was heading toward for sure a Pro Bowl or All-Pro season. Those were two guys that never really played together throughout this entire season. You lost Micah Parsons as well. You see the development of George. This is making a reason for something why something didn't happen. These guys being hurt in sports, you only have so many guys that you depend on.
plain and simple, do you think Ed Policy should have at least explored options, at least thought about it, at least examined other options, or just said, I'm not even looking? It's all Matt LaFleur.
At the head coach position, no. At the general manager position, yes. But the head coach, absolutely not. Because Goody even admitted he missed in the first round. And if you got a guy missing in the first round, not having impact guys from the first round, then what are you giving Matt LaFleur to work with? You got a left tackle that you don't really believe in that you drafted in the first round. You just traded away Rashawn Gary, a guy that you not only drafted but gave him a big contract. These are the pieces that we're handing him, pieces that you're willing to give away. Quay Walker, you let him walk. That's the pieces that you're expecting us to win a championship with, and you don't believe in him to give him a second contract? Stop playing with me.
I just think it's malpractice to not even
do any due diligence after the way that the season ended, and after seeing 8 years of a body of work in which his best success was with a Hall of Fame level quarterback.
Again,
playing at a Hall of Fame level.
Again, you were 9-3-1 before injuries decimated your season. The Packers lost arguably one of the top right tackles in the NFC and NFL last year in the Denver game. The Packers lost one of the best pass rushers in football and maybe in football history in Micah Parsons in that Denver game. Those are two huge injuries that are hard to overcome. I promise you, if the Seahawks and the Patriots had those type of losses, they wouldn't have been playing in the Super Bowl either. Now, would they have collapsed what we did? I don't know that. But what I do know is that if the Packers stay healthy, that Packers team was playing.
The answer is no. They would not have collapsed like that. A head coach wouldn't have lost a 21-3 lead like Matt
did. You look at the Bears game, 21-3, and you say, not Matt LaFleur's fault.
No, that's on Matt. That's on Matt. He has to make adjustments, but losses are part of the game, man. You got to turn them into lessons. I think Matt LaFleur's going to turn it.
Robert in Pewaukee, a Packer backer like Kyle. You are on the Carbless Talk and Text line with KBM.
Hi, guys. So I'm just sitting here driving around in the rain, listening to you once again poo-pooing, or some of you once again poo-pooing the retention of the coach and GM for the Packers. You know, it's in my opinion, it's just such an easy solution to just say, fire the head coach. Let's go get a head coach that has won like 10 Super Bowls and is going to come to Green Bay and just light it up and win us another 5 Super Bowls. I mean, do you have that in your back pocket? Does anybody have that in their back pocket? I mean, you start out by making the playoffs. And at the end of the day, only one team per year gets to be the champion. And everyone else is considered losers. So you're picking from that pool because you're probably not going to go out and hire the coach who has just won a Super Bowl or maybe multiple Super Bowls. And so you're constantly picking from a pool of losers because the vast majority of the team.
That's just not true. You're not picking from a pool of losers.
Robert, you sound very sensible. And you know what? On this show, with these two guys that I work with,
no, it's fine. You and Robert are okay without winning a Super Bowl since 2010 and being 7 seeds the last 3 years, and then missing the playoffs in 2022.
They're not close, and no one's saying.
Oh, stop it!
They're not.
No. Then put your money on it, Kyle.
They played an NFC Championship game. They're not the 49ers, where they're going to NFC Championship games and Super Bowls.
You just said the Packers aren't close. Are we kidding right now?
You think they're close to winning a Super Bowl?
When healthy, this team is close. Now, again, at the end of the year, I found out that Seattle was better than the Packers. I definitely would give you that. But that was a team last year. If they stay healthy, you don't lose one of the most dynamic pass rushers in the game, you are probably making it to the NFC Championship game despite not having Zach Tom.
This is all projections. We could talk about this roster and Jordan Love and Micah Parsons and say, yeah, as the roster, they do have the capacity to get to a Super Bowl.
They win the NFC North for sure.
You are
Micah
what your
Parsons
record says you are. And they're 7th seeds and they're getting bounced early.
No. The record.
That's what they've proven who they are.
The record when healthy was 9-3-1. The record when they were unhealthy was 0-5.
It seems like a cop-out.
No, it's the truth. What are you talking about?
And maybe to say, okay, yeah, they're not a Super Bowl team anymore. Losing 21-3 to the Bears there's no excuse. I don't care how injured you are.
That was an absolute collapse in his own Matt LaFleur to ensure that this team does not do that again this season.
Again, when you look at the continuity, as Robert brings up, and how it's easy
to keep poo-pooing, Ben. Keep poo-pooing.
Nobody's saying you have to fire Matt LaFleur.
Robert said y'all poo-pooing.
So you're Robert's mouthpiece now? You don't have your own opinion? Somebody supports you, so now you feel all like chest out?
I like Robert.
Yeah, I get that.
Not consider any other options in a contract year is crazy. Crazy.
No options.
It's not crazy. You believed in what you had. You understood what this.
Believing in what you have is one thing. My question is how are you supposed to believe that something is different with the same people that you've had over the course of the last 8 years? Why would anything be different? You minus a Hall of Fame quarterback, and then you've seen what they've been for the last 4 years. Why would somebody believe that they would change?
A winning football team.
No one's saying they're not a winning football team.
Dude, they were 9-8 the first year. They were 11-6 the second year.
The second year they were fraudulent, and you know that.
They won 11 games. And then
how many good teams did they beat?
They took care of business that season. That's what matters.
Taking care of business? Taking care of business would be beating somebody above 500 in that season. Taking care of business
is taking care of the teams that are lesser than you.
That just means you're not playing to a high quality.
They weren't a Super Bowl team that year, but they showed the ability to win. That was important.
So now they're close. So they haven't been close until last year.
Last year was the first year that they were legitimate Super Bowl threats. That was the first year, but that's how timelines go, and that's why you had your general manager say it's about time around here we start thinking about winning championships. They understood that when Aaron Rodgers moved on, they weren't just going to go to the Super Bowl right away. It was a process, and last year was the first year that Super Bowl window was wide open, but unfortunately injuries derailed that. And you know what? And that's why we move forward to this season. You shore up some of the bad spots that you had, and you move forward.
Well, I want to hear from others. I want to see if they just are blindly following LaFleur, Goody, and Kyle, or if they are critically thinking and exploring options and maybe think the direction that they're heading isn't the way that they think it should go. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line. We will get to you on the other side. Especially after this whole report card and Matt LaFleur calling out how he couldn't have the locker room together. Very fascinating, all the pro LaFleur right now after that blown 21-3 lead against the Bears and him admitting that they need to be more clear about roles. Weird. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Jason's being a better friend than you.
Well, that's not surprising, is it? Is it?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on March 31st.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Tampa Bay Rays.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in March 31st at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee or check your local listings to watch the game.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Sports are changing. Faster, stronger, smarter. So should your beer. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp and refreshing, no extra baggage, built for people who go hard. Still drinking the same old light beer? You're stuck. Flight is changing the game. Level up. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. Wisconsin, are you keeping up? DJ Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to GeistDoors.com. That's GEIS Doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Don't miss a moment of the basketball tournament action this March at 3rd Street Market Hall. Home to your one-stop, must-stop viewing destination, 3rd Street Market Hall has over 20 locally owned food vendors, a self-serve beer wall with 24 beers on tap, over 50 HD TVs, and of course, game day specials. It's the perfect place to work remotely or catch a game between meetings or over lunch. 3rd Street Market Hall is the downtown home to basketball this March.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
I'm not against shopping online. In fact, you can check out our huge selection at BurkhartSportingGoods.com. But when you're ready to buy, Burkhart should be your only stop. Because here, you can grab hold of the Midwest's largest selection of baseball bats, gloves, and equipment, and take all the swings you need in our indoor batting cages to make sure you buy the right bat. And when you buy your new mitt, we'll steam and custom fit it for you right on the spot. This is Brian Burkhart, and when you love baseball and softball like we do,
You can't beat Burkhart.
if you're in charge of uniforms and equipment, you want to get the most value for your team's budget. You want the most for your money, and you want the process to be easy. Because you already have enough on your plate. We get it. Burkhart Sporting Goods Team Outfitting Division is the best you'll find. With an abnormally high customer satisfaction rate and our own silk screening and embroidery facility for quality control. So if you want the highest quality team outfitting and incredible service,
You can't beat Burkhart.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Brad's being a critic. I'm just stirring the pot. Kyle's a Packer backer, and KVN Nation wants answers. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line. Ed Policy did not even consider other options for Matt LaFleur. Let's go to Rick in Waukesha. Rick, what do you got for Brad Nortman?
A couple of things. First of all, Rule of Morton from our buddy Homer. You don't fire somebody unless you got somebody better to pick it up. And look what happened in Wisconsin back then. Jim Hill is 6-5. They fire him, and they bring in Don Morton, and he goes 1-10 and 0-11.
Yeah, I've heard about the Don Morton era. It doesn't sound fun.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't fun at all. But my question is, who do Brad and Benny, who do you guys suggest that they should have interviewed for GM and who for head coach is basically the question I've got, because I know who it should be.
Who should it be?
I think they should have made Brad the GM and make Ben the head coach.
Hell yeah! We're going places now, Rick.
Pull the tape. When I was doing a draft show with Strofe, I said, okay, it's the Packers pick.
Would have had JSN.
Jackson Smith and Jigma. And they got Lucas Van Ness. So I should be the GM. So to answer your question, I actually said when this all the aftermath of the Chicago Bears, I said you don't fire Matt LaFleur until you have somebody that you are sure is better. So I actually agree with that. I don't think you fire somebody and then pick up the pieces and figure it out. But I would say two guys that were in this last hiring cycle. John Harbaugh, Clint Kubiak. I would say if you want the established Super Bowl winning coach that needs maturity, needs toughness, John Harbaugh. If you want the up-and-coming,
guy that got fired, John Harbaugh.
Yeah, time runs out. Time runs out in certain places. You get a new.
Why not Mike McCarthy, Brad?
Huh?
Why not Mike McCarthy? He won a Super Bowl as recently as Harbaugh.
I'm good on Mike. We've already seen what
he got hired in the cycle too.
Yeah.
Now you want to open your mouth.
That was asked by me. If you want toughness,
when you're busy interrupting Kyle, maybe he'll be able to finish his point. I'm Team Kyle.
If you want toughness, I would say those are the two guys that I'm not saying Matt LaFleur you were fired for, but you're not going to at least explore the top offensive mind, the best hire of the guy that just won a Super Bowl in Clint Kubiak that made Sam Darnold look like a stud, or you're not going to be the ultimate culture guy in John Harbaugh. Those are two names that I would consider. And then if the Packers fired Matt LaFleur for those two names,
How did John Harbaugh do
that's fine.
How did John Harbaugh do in the playoffs?
But how did Matt LaFleur do without Aaron Rodgers?
What do you mean, how did he do without Aaron Rodgers? He's won a
Aaron
playoff
Rodgers.
game.
He's made the playoffs every year.
John Harbaugh won a Super Bowl with Joe Flacco.
Harbaugh has
Joe Flacco was an elite quarterback.
Joe Flacco.
He had a great defense, but can you tell me this?
Great defense.
You do realize that the reason John Harbaugh got fired and the reason why McDermott got fired in Buffalo is because they underachieved with
McDermott's another great one.
MVP caliber quarterbacks. They couldn't win with Lamar.
So
they
he's
couldn't
just
win with Allen.
he's just like Matt LaFleur then, who underachieved with a Hall of Fame level quarterback. Better quarterback play than, in fact, well, I guess Josh Allen is
and
probably
Lamar,
just as good as that year.
Lamar.
And then Lamar, too.
So that's what I'm saying. So you talking about bringing guys in that got ran out of town because of their failures. So you're going to replace guys who have failed recently with another guy you believe failed?
At least they're bringing something to the table that the Packers don't have. Toughness, discipline, game situations, and identity. We still don't have any of those when it comes to Matt LaFleur. So give me the up-and-coming, young, smart mind that was probably one of the top guys in the hiring cycle in Clint Kubiak, or
Problem
give me the culture
is,
setter in John Harbaugh.
I believe the Clint Kubiak thing is very interesting, but in the way in which the Packers lost as early as they did, and the way in which Seattle continued to win,
you can't
the opportunities were limited, and you can't put all your baskets in one if you don't know you're going to get that coach.
All I'm saying is
all your baskets
eggs
in
in
one.
your eggs in one.
You
basket.
have an employee who's a top
Same
employee
thing.
in Matt
Baskets
LaFleur.
in one. Baskins and Robbins.
And you're
Is that
about
an ice cream place?
Yes.
A lot of flavors.
You've got Matt
31.
LaFleur, who's a top employee who you're about to extend. You're not even considering other options. I'm not saying you fire him. I'm not saying that even these guys are better than Matt LaFleur. Those are the only two guys that I would say I can see the argument for.
Now wasn't the time. It's just now was not the time with the way that this team is going. And Jordan Love told you already.
Right.
He said he loves the fact that he gets to continue this relationship with the only coach he's ever had. The Packers are getting closer and closer to getting to that championship and getting over the hill. They still have some holes that they need to fill. But I promise you this. If the Packers find a way to draft a good corner in the second round this year that can be a day one starter, that team's playing in NFC.
So now you're asking the guy that you just called out to do something you don't believe him to do.
He does well in the second. He does well outside the first round now.
All I know is players are expected to experience competition every year. They're always looking for your replacement. Why not for the same thing for the head coach? He's not even thinking about anybody else. There's nobody even on his draft board, quote unquote, for a head coach.
Now it wasn't a year though, man. Like back to back playoffs with transitioning from a Hall of Fame quarterback to another guy. It takes time.
All right, so let me ask you this question
because the Patriots is
because I think you're making valid points about timing.
Thank you.
Yes, you are.
Timing was a big thing in this hiring cycle.
Yeah, sure.
I ask you this then: if they do the exact same thing as they've done the last 3 years, what do? Because you've committed yourself, and then you're just living in the same life you've been living the last 3 years.
I think what Ed Policy did is he committed himself to this duo of, you're talking about Goody and you're talking about Matt for at least the next 2 seasons. If the Packers fail over the next 2 seasons, then you probably see changes made. So you got 2 years to figure it out. And if they don't figure it out in these next 2 seasons, changes will probably be made in Green Bay.
Shane in Lake Country, you're on the Carbless Talking text line 800-990-3776.
Hey, guys. I just got a feeling they're probably going to stick with LaFleur because there aren't better options until Tomlin's ready to come out of retirement.
It's a culture
Tomlin's
setter, but getting to the playoffs and losing in the first round is his speciality. So that would be doing the same thing over and over and over again.
Like Tomlin.
My only crazy idea that was never going to happen is, hear me out, culture-setting head coach with an offensive mind offensive coordinator. It's kind of weird because it's his best friend and all part of the coaching tree. Robert Saleh with Mike McDaniel as the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, there'd be something to that.
I think that would have been intriguing. I don't think it ever would have worked out in terms of, like, again, the timing of all this, and that's what's interesting of when the Packers did lose. And again, Ed Policy said, and he lived up to his word, that he didn't want to have a lame duck coach.
And he stood behind that.
He stood behind his words, and based off of who we've talked about, Clint Kubiak is the only name that really excites people, and there was no opportunity for the Packers to really have a chance to get him. So he did what was safest right now, and that doesn't mean, as Kyle just mentioned, despite some frustration and some belief in this trio of power in Policy, Goody, LaFleur, who made this decision all together at Kohler, having steaks and drinking wine, it doesn't mean it's forever. But it's hard for me to set my expectations higher than what I've been shown the last 4 years without Rodgers.
Would y'all fire Dan Campbell?
No.
Why not? Wait a minute. This team was in an NFC Championship game 2 years ago, and then they went 15.
Than LaFleur did.
It's apples and oranges.
And then they won 15 games than last year, and then they missed.
I guess they just hold the Green Bay Packers to a higher standard. And if you want me to stop, I can.
No, it's not about holding it to a standard. But the Detroit Lions should have been a team that was trending in the right direction. But I don't hear them talking about firing Dan Campbell.
They're also the favorites to win the division this year.
Completely resurrected a dead franchise. The Packers have been alive for 30 years.
So is it just about resurrecting or about winning championships?
You tell me, because 3 straight 7 seeds is not about championships.
But the whole point,
and made it further in those last 4 years.
The reason why I'm bringing this all up is that you have another coach in the division that y'all just fawn over, in Dan Campbell, who didn't make the damn playoffs last year, and his roster was healthier because they didn't lose the type of pieces that we lost this season, and they didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah, but you could also make the argument that when they lost Aiden Hutchinson, that they overachieved without them. So,
what you did for me lately, and lately they ass was 4th place in the division.
And what have you done for me lately? Blowing a 21-3 lead.
Yeah, I mean it hurts. It definitely hurts, but at least we made the playoffs. We was in it.
What does that matter, though? You've done that before.
And you're a wild card. You're not winning the divisions. You're not
going to win a Super Bowl as a wild card 7 seed.
I would prefer, with the team that we have and the roster that we have, is that these guys continue to get that playoff experience than not.
We were saying that 2 years ago, though. Great, they got the playoff experience.
No. I would, obviously, the season didn't end the way I wanted it to, but I would prefer this team is in the playoffs because that sets the standard of we're making the playoffs, but we got to keep growing. So this is a big season. Don't get it twisted. This is a huge season where I really believe that the Green Bay Packers are not that far off. It is now on Goody's shoulders to ensure that Matt LaFleur has all the pieces in the depth pieces in order to make sure they can overcome some of those injuries and to make sure that we have better starters at the corner position and maybe give some more depth and reinforcements to the offensive line. But this team is 3 pieces away from being, not like all-star pieces, but 3 solid contributors away from being something special.
Solid contributors. Where are you going to find these 3 solid contributors? In the draft, 3 rookies in the draft are going to make this team do something special?
Well, I mean, maybe Javon Hargrave is part of the solid contributor as well. Really, you're honestly, I'm telling you, we're a corner away from being something special in that defensive side of football. We really are.
I think you're overvaluing the defensive line right now, outside of Micah.
No, I'm not. I'm not overvaluing it.
All right, outside of Micah, who's coming off of injury, LVN and Brenton Cox,
it would be,
and Colin Oliver. Let's go to war, baby.
I would be highly disappointed if I didn't see any of these young guys who were rookies last year on the defensive line.
Why would you set your expectations for Packers defensive players reaching somewhere where they just let go of 4 to 5 guys from their 2021 draft
So am I
class?
not supposed to expect Barron Sorrell or Colin Oliver to be better?
Not when you literally pick on Goody for the talent that he brings in that they weren't able to re-sign back into this year.
They're going to have more opportunities and more reps, so the expectation should be that rookies get better from year to year. Brad was a rookie. He understands the rookie year.
It's not about Brad. It's about your evidence of the Green Bay Packers.
Dude, what...
They let Quay Walker walk because why? You said it.
Listen, he wasn't good enough.
Yeah, so why would you assume that
agree,
these other
everybody
guys...
Everybody ain't going to be Quay Walker. I think Evan Williams is pretty dang good. I think Javon Bullard is pretty dang good as well. So,
but for all the winners, there's losers, too, that you can talk about.
There's going to be some winner. There's got to be a winner in this class of 2025. You can't go
And you think that's enough?
You got to have some winners in the class.
But you think that's enough for them to win a Super Bowl and be super special?
If Barron Sorrell or Colin Oliver can be great role players for you, and I'm talking about guys that can maybe get 5 sacks in a season, then you're going somewhere because that means you're putting somebody out there who can be productive. And you don't need to be
you have high hopes.
No,
I'll give you that.
Rashawn
Gary couldn't give you anything.
What Barron Sorrell showed us in the last game of the season.
So did Jordan Morgan in the last game. So for every time you take from that last game, you have to take the same evidence for someone that's on the offensive line, which is a huge question mark for this team.
What Barron Sorrell showed us in that last game when he had significant reps is that there's something in there.
What did Jordan Morgan show you in that last game?
Jordan Morgan is still a huge question mark. But I would say Barron Sorrell,
Barron Sorrell's not, because in Week 18, he crushed the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, the Minnesota Vikings who didn't sit anybody.
That's great. One game. All right. We're going to go off that.
When he had an opportunity.
But we won't go off it for Jordan Morgan.
No, Jordan Morgan has a lot more film on tape. He played a lot during the regular season where Barron Sorrell had certain reps, but he never was asked to do that amount of reps that he did.
We got to get to Mark Townsend.
I feel good. I feel good about the
You're going to tell us about your friends, Brad, that I know when nighttime comes where Brad Nortman goes.
Oh, that's right. The fridge, the Nortman estate, full of ice-cold Carbless. Carbless is the go-to, ready-to-drink cocktail that you just got to try if you haven't. If you haven't already, then you are missing what is taking the world by storm. And you're going to taste it when you taste the bold flavor that's in every single sip of Carbless. There's so many flavors. There's like north of 25 by the end of this year with all the different variety packs. There's almost 30 flavors of Carbless. So there's something for everyone, and there's a lot for you to try. Right now, blood orange 4-pack, grapefruit 4-pack, all coming out in addition to all the great consistent flavors they've had. Once as you taste it, you know this is Carbless. Not only that, though, the guilt-free nature of Carbless, it is something that I value. It's important to me, important to my body and my brain. That's why the 0 carbs, 0 sugars, 100 calories, gluten-free, and the perfect level of carbonation. I was just talking to someone about this. I can have Carbless after Carbless after Carbless, and my stomach feels great. Perfect amount of carbonation to quench the thirst. Not so much that's going to upset your stomach, leaving you feeling like crap later. No, Carbless from the first sip till the last is perfect when it comes to my ready-to-drink cocktail. It's what I choose. It's what you should choose this spring and summer. So enjoy the bold flavor and the guilt-free nature of Carbless.
Mark Tauscher, Packer Hall of Famer. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
What do you have on her?
What do you mean?
No one can willingly love you like she does.
You know,
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Heck yeah! It's ESPN Wisconsin's Alex Stroh for Robert Hack Diamonds. 3 locations in the Milwaukee area, 2 in Brookfield, 1 in Greenfield, where I went, to buy my fiance's dream engagement ring. You don't become Wisconsin's most trusted and respected name in diamonds on accident. Robert Hack Diamonds has been in Wisconsin for almost 80 years, serving the Milwaukee area and all of the state with top-notch customer service and all the help you need along the way. I had no idea what I was doing. I knew I got the girl right, but I wanted to get the diamond right too, and Robert Hack Diamonds made sure that happened. If you're looking to take that next step just like I did, there's only one place to go. That's Robert Hack Diamonds, 3 locations in the Milwaukee area. Tell them I sent you, and whether you like me have no idea what you're doing or have a really good idea of what you're doing, go to the best in Wisconsin. You want that day to be special, and you want that ring to be special. They created my fiance's dream engagement ring, and they can create yours too. Visit them online, roberthackdiamonds.com, or in Greenfield or Brookfield. And just like me, you'll leave that store saying, heck yeah, because of Robert Hack Diamonds.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Milwaukee Juno senior and Gonzaga commit, Dooney Johnson. Johnson led Juno to a historic milestone, helping the program capture its first ever WIAA Division IV state championship. In the state semifinals, Johnson filled up the stat sheet with 27 points, 11 rebounds, 5 steals, and 4 assists in a 72-54 win over Regis. He followed that performance in the title game with a game-high 23 points along with 7 rebounds, 4 blocks, and 2 assists, leading Juno to a 62-54 victory over Cambridge. Johnson's all-around play on the biggest stage helped power Juno through a championship run to remember. Congratulations to Dooney Johnson, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Homer here for Window Nation. Spring has arrived and it'll be a great time to open your windows and... Wait, your windows won't open easily? They leak when it rains? They have cracked glass? They need repainting again? It's time to talk with the pros at Window Nation and put an end to your window problems. Getting top quality custom fit windows from Window Nation, easy and affordable. Right now, during the More You Buy, the More You Save sale, save up to 50% off all your windows. Plus, you could get them with 0% interest financing for 5 years. As a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers, book a consultation and ask how you could score a pair of Brewers tickets. During uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is your home. Experts report that windows retain 80% of their value. With Window Nation, you'll get windows that easily slide open and close, won't leak when it's rainy or windy, and are maintenance free. Put an end to your window problems now. Save big with Window Nations. The more you buy, the more you save. Visit windownation.com to book a consultation.
From office lunches to family celebrations, Cousins Subs has the crowd-pleasing catering you need. Choose from customizable party boxes, individual box lunches, fresh-baked cookies, and our classic party chips. Everything you need to satisfy any size group, big or small. Ordering is easy online or on the Cousins app, so you can focus on the fun, not the food. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
It's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Green and Gold Hall of Famer.
It's been very, very rough, I think is the nicest way to put that.
Solving the world's problems one day at a time.
Go find somebody that can excite you and get your group ready, period.
It's Mark Tauscher.
Well, that's why you're not the GM.
On Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Swaggy music for one Mark Tauscher. The Packer Hall of Famer, which you can hear on Willie and Tausch 9 to noon across these various stations. He's joining us on the Yingling Legends guest hotline. Tausch, what's up, man?
How you guys doing?
Good. It's good to have you. My question to you would be, after Matt LaFleur spoke to the media and talked about needing to clarify roles better in addressing the frustrations that the locker room seemed to have after his report card grade, why should Packer fans feel confident that the results will be different, despite the fact that Ed Policy brought back both Goody and LaFleur?
No, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with some skepticism. Like, we've seen what this group has, and Evan Cohen today on our show, is asking the questions, when is it, like, what is this? What is Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love? What's their identity, or what's the, I guess, moniker that you'd say? And, my thing was they've been good, but not great. And until those things change, I don't know if you're going to say, now, was it 9-3-1? Were they on the track that you'd think that you'd feel good about it? I know I felt that way. But it doesn't matter. And, he's giving me all this grief because I said the results are what matter. And until the results are different when it comes to be January and hopefully February football, I think Packer fans should and I don't have any problem with them having a healthy amount of skepticism, because that's kind of where we're at with under Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love so far.
With that healthy amount of skepticism, Tausch, Ed Policy spoke to reporters in Phoenix, and he said that he was, quote, shocked at the idea that he should fire Matt LaFleur. Went on to saying that it's important to evaluate full tenure rather than a few games. My takeaway is it doesn't sound like he even really kicked the tires, considered any other candidate out there. If you were Ed Policy, even if you decided to land on Matt LaFleur after all, don't you think it's maybe important to at least consider, kick the tires on other coaches and other options?
Yeah, this is where I'm a little bit torn, because, sports are such an emotional deal. And, he also in that same quote said, you have to look at the 7-year body of work. And I agree with that. You do want to see that. And, I think Matt LaFleur is a good coach, but the way that season ended, I hope you're evaluating and examining why it happened and what are we going to do differently so that it doesn't happen again. And I said at the time when, the decision was made that he was going to keep, I think there was a big part of Ed Policy that looked at it and said, well, these injuries derailed us this year. We were in the position that we wanted to be, and unfortunately it didn't. And that's why I would think he was probably as surprised as he was that there was as much skepticism about where Matt LaFleur's job status was. But yeah, when you lose the way that the Packers lost and how things played out, I'm a little surprised that he was a little surprised, if that makes sense, because this is how it goes. Like you're judged, especially in Green Bay, on how things go in the playoffs. You're not judged on having good regular seasons. That is to be expected. You're judged on, is your team built to win in the postseason? And unfortunately, the last couple of years, that has not been the case.
Tausch, at what point will we stop talking about Jordan Love's ceiling, as Matt LaFleur talked about on Sunday, and actually talk about this is who he is? Because the kid's going to be 28 this season. I mean, It's hard to keep ascending at that age, is it not?
No. I mean, I think there's been plenty of quarterbacks that have gotten better because you could look at him, be 28. That's your kind of your elevator years, as I like to put it. But I look at it almost more so this is his fourth year of starting. And I think he has gotten better year in, year out, which is what you're looking for. I think he last year, at the end of the year, I thought had really good command on what was going on. And I'm expecting him to grow into that. So I am not remotely down on Jordan Love. I think of all the things that we're talking about with this football team and how we're going to win, Jordan Love is not anywhere on the top of my concern list. I think he is a really good player, and I think he's going to continue to get better because we've seen him get more consistent throughout his 3 years as a starter, and I would expect that to continue on.
Talking with Mark Tauscher here on the Yingling guest hotline. Old T, I want you just to answer me one question. When I read the 5 largest contracts in Brewers history, Yelich at $215, Braun at $105 million, Jackson Chourio $82, Lorenzo Cain $80, and Cooper Pratt $50.75 million. Does that make you proud of what the Brewers have done, or sad that they haven't done more investment?
Well, I think you should be proud because I know the Yelich investment a couple of years ago, everybody was thinking, oh my gosh, and to his credit, he's fought back and he's been a very good player. But the Brewers have to do things differently. They can't spend $300 or $400 million on a starting pitcher or $500, $600 million on Shohei.
They
or whatever.
can, but they don't have the owner to do so.
What do you? I mean, the market is the market. Like you can look at it and say, I'm flipping around last night. I can't even find the game on TV. And the Dodgers have a $400 million TV contract, or it was, and the Brewers had 20. So, you can sit here and say all that you want. And would it be awesome if we had an owner that wanted to just spend? And there's a business side to sports. We all know that. And I'm guessing after this season, baseball's going to have to get that figured out because the gap is so large now. It's not even, the Brewers had the best record in baseball, and everybody thought the Dodgers would run through them, and they did because eventually all of that talent is going to be really tough to overcome. So the Brewers have been fantastic when you start looking at their limitations, what they can do. Now, you can get into should they have those limitations. That's a question that smarter people than me can get. But when you look at what they've
sell
done,
yourself short.
How they've spent their money. Now, in that case, I haven't studied enough. If you want to get into football and the salary cap, we can break that down. I feel a little more confident. But with this, you're signing young players. That's football. And you're betting on them. And so far, so good. Now, this Pratt, I have no idea. I'm not a farm league expert, but I'm guessing the way the Brewers have evaluated talent and what Matt Arnold and Stearns have done before, they have been really good at that, and that's why the Milwaukee Brewers have been in the playoffs almost every year, whereas in the past, that has not been the case.
Tausch, if the season goes exactly how it went last year for the Milwaukee Brewers, is that a success?
Yes.
My man.
It pains me to say that, but yes. I don't know how
you can't even ask for a gentleman's sweep.
I said we should be overjoyed, above the moon. We should be so lucky to be swept again by the Dodgers in the NLCS.
If we can get to 95, whatever it was, 98 wins or whatever it was, and be the best team in the entire blanking league, and yeah, the playoffs, we beat the Cubs, we advanced to the NLCS, like. I always have been, why do we give the Brewers more leeway than we do with the Bucks and the Green Bay Packers? And I think the reality is you can look at it and say, well, it doesn't matter. But I think we all know it does matter. And I've kind of come to grips with that. Now, that doesn't mean that they can't pull some stuff off. But last year they were outclassed. The Dodgers outclassed them. Is that going to be the case again? I hope we get that opportunity. I hope we do.
Tausch, I do want to ask you, after the thrilling UConn victory,
go ahead and ask. You don't have to ask permission.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. This is our show. I don't have to ask. I'm going to ask you.
Yep.
UConn had a thrilling victory over Duke. What moment in your career did you feel the most jubilation from, like a similar buzzer beater, or it could have been in high school? I'm just curious here.
Boy, that's a good question. It would, a buzzer beater. I mean, there has to be, just from my own standpoint, beating the Seahawks when we were down 14 and when we kind of pulled away and we knew, but it wasn't that finite moment because football's a little bit different than that. And most, unfortunately,
our
outside
field
of our
goals.
Super Bowl season where I got hurt, there was a lot of pain. Like there's a lot more pain.
I know.
You know, the interception in the 07, 08 NFC Championship game where we thought we had a look and we didn't get it. So, you know, I can sit here and there's some high school games that we won.
Whoa. You thought you had a look and didn't get it. You mean Brett Favre just didn't get cold and throw in a bad pass?
No, we didn't. We didn't win the game, man. I'm not going to sit here. It was a team game. We didn't run the ball we stunk running the football. There's a ton of reasons we didn't win that game.
Was he cold?
That one, the Giants came in and beat us. You know, we had opportunities, but they were the better team that day. If we beaten them and advanced on to the Super Bowl, it would have been fantastic. But we would have stolen it because the Giants, they were better that day. You can just look at the stats and they'll tell you that.
Tausch, you got me really thinking about this, reminiscing to my younger days. When Brett Favre went to the locker room, did he just look freezing cold?
I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, that was, almost 20 years ago. We were all cold.
Did you wear sleeves?
Huh?
Did you wear sleeves that game?
Never. No, I never.
Wow.
I would never, ever, ever wear sleeves.
That's amazing.
None of our guys did at that point.
Why is that?
Mentality,
you don't want to be warm?
Yeah,
He's a badass.
We wanted to set the tone.
Yeah.
And now I look at it, I'm like, that's really dumb. Like, putting some sleeves on. It is football. That's true. Great drop by your producer, Strophy.
That is football indeed. Unfortunately, that went the same way that it went for us. Because I was trying to think, what was the last, even of all Wisconsin sports, we were trying to figure out, like, when's the last time that Wisconsin sports had a moment like that? Bronson Koenig to send him to the Sweet 16. It had to go all the way back. I guess.
Well, no, I mean, I know hockey's a niche sport, but we just saw it.
Yeah, we did.
Saturday.
I know, but I'm talking of the five majors.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can think back to 11 when Morgan scored. I don't remember who had the base hit, but that
was Kyle yesterday.
That was awesome. But yeah, there's unfortunately, especially if you're starting to look at the last, decade and a half, it's been a lot of pain.
Thanks, Tausch.
Yeah, thanks for going down that memory lane. Dude.
Yeah. We went down memory lane of all the
I was hoping he'd pull a cat out of a hat.
Someone on YouTube on YouTube looked up the rushing yards from that 07 game. 28 rushing yards.
Crazy.
Tausch wasn't joking.
Tausch hung up. He's sad.
Yeah.
He didn't even say bye.
28?
28 if we're going to believe YouTube, which I believe them. I believe KBN Nation.
I believe KBN Nation too, but we should probably fact check. But if Tausch said it was bad, 28, that's worse than bad.
I'm telling you, I remember that game. Brett Favre looked so cold because he threw that interception. He just put his hands right back in the warmer and jogged off the field.
Oh, that's good, Joseph, in the 608. We're talking playoffs, though.
What was
Chucky Hepburn's bank 3 to win the Big Ten championship?
Oh, yeah.
So that was a fun moment. But again, we're looking for like that playoff postseason.
Yeah,
we need more.
Yeah,
we're telling all of our teams right now, we need more.
Thank goodness for the Bucks.
Just like Gina Della always provides more for you.
Yeah, she is a championship waiting to happen for your house. Because that's what Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin does. And they're offering you a championship deal right now. 0% interest financing all the way through 2032. That's 6 years interest-free financing. You get those homes and doors. Customization, durability, beauty on the inside and out. Only what Pella Windows and Doors can offer. And if you're looking for that perfect fit for your house, now's the perfect time to take advantage because they've got the perfect comfort, the efficiency, upgrading your home's look for year-round protection, because we're seeing how crazy the weather is out there. You're realizing you need great homes and doors. You need great windows and doors for your home. For Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Somebody send some more good things. That ended sad. Strofe, you're going to come up with something happy on the other side, right? That's what you do. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
He is. He's a clown.
Is that your Halloween costume? Dressed up as Goody the Clown?
No, smart ass.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. On this show, it's always football season.
I'm not overly concerned because it seems as if Green Bay's not overly concerned.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody over there feels like this team was there. We got short-circuited with injuries. We have the right staff, we have the right people, and we have the right players. We just need to stay healthy, and we'll be champions.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey fans, John Kuhn here, team captain of the Potawatomi Sportsbook, and there's a reason it's considered the Midwest premier place to bet on all your favorite sports. The full bar, awesome dining, 2,000 square foot screen, and nearly 100 betting kiosks makes for an unbeatable playbook. Bet above the rest, only at Potawatomi Sportsbook in Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
Look, it's Jake from our store in Kenosha.
Hi, Monica. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Rick.
Your email said you had a big surprise.
Look and tell me what you see.
Wow, I see 9 perfect examples of the classic diamond solitaire engagement ring.
They're gorgeous.
These rings are exactly what people imagine when they hear the words engagement ring.
Monica, do you think it will always be like that?
Evermore.
That long?
And each of these is 3/4 carat.
$998.
Unbelievable. So how much do we sell them for?
That is how much we sell them for.
Can we do that?
We're the largest employee-owned jewelry company in America, Rick. We can do anything we want.
But for how long?
Evermore.
People can choose any of the 9 most popular style solitaires, 3/4 carat, and each of them was created in the heart of a miniature star.
5 different diamond shapes, 2 colors of gold. Evermore, just $998.
Or $1498 with 1 carat diamond center with diamonds on the side.
Learn more at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Looking for a dinner that actually impresses and cocktails that keep the conversation going? Head to the second floor of St. Kate the Arts Hotel and discover the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails. Bold, elevated dinners, thoughtfully crafted cocktails. It's the kind of place where every plate and every pour is made with intention. Come for dinner, stay for another round. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails on the second floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
We see you out there coming up with original ideas, which is why you shop at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, because you know when inspiration rises, we'll have what you need to make it happen at prices that make it possible. Get a head start on spring savings with $7 off Estate Crabgrass Preventer, just $29.99, 20% off all Jiffy Seed starting accessories, and get $2 off assorted AgriMaster livestock feed. Find the value you need to do things your way. Blaine's Farm and Fleet, being original.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor. If it's a celebrate or tailgate when you're gonna recreate upstate. If it's a holiday, birthday, any date, you can save at discount liquor.
Easter's almost here. What are you bringing to the table? Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Pairing the right wine with your Easter dinner can turn a meal into a celebration. But you don't have to be an expert to find the right wine. That's what our knowledgeable staff is here for. With over 8,000 varieties of wine, Discount Liquor can help you choose between a light, fruity Pinot Grigio, a big, luscious Cabernet, or anything in between, all at the lowest prices in town. Visit us today at 51st and Oklahoma in Milwaukee and on Barstow and Main in downtown Waukesha.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings.
Check out all of our weekly specials at DiscountLiquorInc.com. Happy Easter.
Discount Liquor.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I said Strofe's going to make you happy when we come back from break here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Strofe, make everybody happy.
All right, I got a few things for you real fast. We'll rapid fire these puppies. Let's start. We start with YouTube. Lunch of the day, You're Dumb 2. Smoked brisket and potato salad for lunch today for You're Dumb 2 on YouTube.
That's a heavy lunch, but if you got smoked brisket for lunch, you're eating good.
I'm hungry just thinking about it.
That is too much for lunch. I hope he is done it by 3.
Speaking of food, I went to my first Brewers game of the season last night.
I have a question about this.
Tried the nachos on a stick.
Thoughts?
Kind of corn dog-esque. So it was more like it was really good. I really enjoyed it. But so like the outer crust, like a corn dog, was chips that were like pounded up, and then it was meat, and then there was like I had like it was almost like a cheese stick of cheddar cheese, kind of like melted, and then there was nacho cheese over the top. It's a pico de gallo. It was delicious. I really enjoyed it.
How much was it?
$8.99. It was $8.99.
Okay.
So it was only $1.50 more than a hot dog, and it was a lot more unique than a hot dog.
Interesting. Okay, I can get down with that because the size didn't look like it was, if it's a specialty item, sometimes they go, it's going to be like, $15, $16.
Also had my first Italian sausage of the season, and that's one of my favorite Italian seasons.
You ate a lot yesterday, huh?
I had dinner at AmFam Field because it was my first game of the season. I was very excited about that.
Can we have a sausage counter with Strofe at AmFam Field?
Glad you said that. I'm actually, I have ChatGPT keeping track of like notable stats, the result of every game, and all the things I eat throughout the season, so I can report back later this year when I get to like.
Well, I can report back that I've seen at least 4 Sal Frelick home runs in person, and that's your guy.
Yeah, he not a great night other than the walk in the 9th, but nothing happened after that.
That's not true. He made a great play and diving to the ball.
Catch.
Yeah,
well, I meant more offensive.
Yeah, again, you're just looking for flash, but you forget that he's a Gold Glover.
I actually tweeted Gold Glover, great snack.
Speaking about ballpark food, have you seen some of the 999
Are you new
challenges? I have not seen that. Think you could eat 9 hot dogs in a game?
Yes, I don't think I could drink 9 beers though.
But they're like miniature beers. I think they're like
excuse me,
9 ounces.
Oh,
I could be wrong.
Yeah, some stadium there's a challenge that you've seen on social media.
Well, because
some stadiums have taken the challenge and made it a little bit more approachable in terms of like just getting like a full
it's
beer.
a basket.
It's literally just 9 dogs, 9 beers. Well, the beer would get warm.
Yeah, it's the problem. And the hot
9
dogs get cold.
9 beers, 9 innings.
Yes.
If it's a 9-ounce beer, I could do it. If it's
Put in your ChatGPT.
And they've got big beers at AmFam Field. Last thing for you, I just wanted to play this for you because this is what happens down south at Wrigley Field. These losers. Listen to this. They played. Who'd they play last night?
Pathetic.
Like the Phillies or something?
The Nationals.
What is it? What does it matter?
They played a bad team. The Angels.
Yeah. And by the way,
Chicago,
the Angels
LA.
starter, 7 ERA lifetime in his first career start. Congratulations.
So Green Bay sucks at a Cubs-Angels game.
In March.
By the way, don't they have a song that they sing after every game?
Yeah, no, it's Green Bay sucks apparently.
Hey,
And you
what do
made
say,
a musical rendition of it one time. It's a little rough, actually.
Oh yeah. Well, I forgot what I said though.
The Cubs are going to suck today.
There it is.
What was the chorus? No Cubs
You'll have
now?
to look it up.
Oh, yeah, no Cubs now.
You can look it up after we get to Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? But just know,
I didn't get questions today.
the Weed Man is coming to town.
The Weed Man has come and is going to continue.
He's come?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Weed Man
I'm gonna
come
have
to the estate,
talk
too.
to the Weed Man because he's been to the estate. He's been to the Wallace household. I'm waiting on the text for the Brust household. But I know Weed Man's going to be on the way, and it's going to bring that green, weed-free yard that I strive for, that my neighbors always ask me about. Last year, my neighbors said, how did you get your grass so green this year? I said, the Weed Man
is coming to town, baby.
Golf course quality fertilizer. Effective weed control, all part of that winning game plan. Go to weedman.com and get 50% off. That's 50% off your first treatment. Half off at weedman.com. Weedman!
For the win.
800-990-3776 for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust coming up next. 5-5-2, I believe, on the year. 5-5-2. So you have the chance to put me under 500, where many love to have me in Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust. Let's go with caller number 10. 800-990-3776. Caller 10, you're going to get 15 questions in 90 seconds. You're allowed to say skip or pass. I prefer not smart people to call, but you never know who we're going to get on the other side. So let's go caller 10. 800-990-3776. 800-990-ESPN. Caller 10 for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust in 2 minutes.
Don't think twice. Call
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geistdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
An uninspired cookie-cutter trade show booth is unlikely to move the needle.
Picture this. Lights, motion, energy, engagement. A space so bold it stops people mid-step.
That's what the award-winning team at Captivate Exhibits has been delivering for over 30 years.
From high-impact trade show exhibits to immersive lobbies, history walls, and culture-driven interiors, Captivate transforms ordinary square footage into unforgettable brand experiences.
Get started today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board. Build a great career and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
From office lunches to family celebrations, Cousins Subs has the crowd-pleasing catering you need. Choose from customizable party boxes, individual box lunches, fresh-baked cookies, and our classic party chips. Everything you need to satisfy any size group, big or small. Ordering is easy online or on the Cousins app, so you can focus on the fun, not the food. Cousins Subs, we believe in better.
Hey, this is Jen Latta. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
That's right. You are kicking it with KBN here on a Tuesday. Last day in March. Strofe said this in an email. Boy, time flies. I can't believe it's the end of March already. But here we are. We're talking Packers.
Thank you for reading my emails.
Absolutely. I read every word of it, Strofe. We're talking Brewers. We're talking America's pastime, Brewers baseball. Now it's time for KBN's pastime. That's Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, presented by Lakeland University and Geist Garage Doors. Go ahead and spin it,
Crushed
Strophe.
it, Brad. Crushed it.
For those of you who say Ben Brust is an idiot, here's your chance to be proven right. It's time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Presented by Lakeland University. Don't put your life on hold to earn your degree. Build a schedule that fits your needs at lakeland.edu. Also sponsored by Geist Garage Doors, your local trusted garage door company for over 70 years. Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Presented by Lakeland University and Geist Garage Doors. 15 questions in 90 seconds to get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass. We'll come back to it if you get through the rest. If Nick Antosa beats Ben Brust, he's going to win an ESPN Wisconsin prize package. Ben Brust, 5-5-2 on the year. So Nick with the opportunity to put him below 500. We're all rooting for you, Nick. How you feeling today?
Feeling good, ready to go.
Feeling good, ready to go. Any questions, or should we let it rip?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's let it rip, Strophe, in 3, 2, 1. What is the term for a word that reads the same forward and backwards?
Pass.
What month's name comes from the Latin word 8?
Can you repeat that?
What month's name comes from the Latin word for 8?
August.
What is the name of the line of longitude at 0 degrees?
Prime meridian.
What is the term for a 6-sided polygon?
Hexagon.
What is the capital of Denmark?
Pass.
What is the term for molten rock beneath the Earth's surface?
Lava.
What country is the Taj Mahal located in?
India.
What is the name of the first artificial Earth satellite launched in 1957?
Sputnik.
What planet has the shortest day in our solar system?
Mercury.
What is the term for a word formed by rearranging the letters of another word?
Anagram.
What is the only U.S. state whose capital shares the same name as the state?
Pass.
What is a baby kangaroo called?
Joey.
Okay. Respectable outing from Nick and Tosa.
We get a 7.
I think we got probably a 6 or 7 spot.
I'm trying to determine that one. I have him down for a 6, but I may have written a question poorly, so I'm just double checking that one real quick.
Which question did you suck on?
We're good. I didn't suck. It's just very close, but there is a specified difference. So we will get back to that, but it is a 6 spot.
Okay, 6 spot. I don't think the questions were layups this week. I don't think Ben's going to get 6. There's a couple I think he's going to get.
There were some repeats.
There were some repeats. Some repeats that I'm not sure he's going to get right, though. Question number 3 was a repeat from last week.
It was.
He did not get that one. So we will see. But a respectable bar for Ben to be able to hit. As he's walking down the hall, we'll change the screens on him because we know Ben likes to get any advantage he can. And he's back in the room. Glasses and everything. I forget, it's glasses Ben today.
Yeah.
So maybe there's just a little bit more astuteness.
Poser Ben today.
Wow. Hoser.
Wannabe.
That's cool.
All right, Ben, you're playing Nick and Tosa today. 15 questions in 90 seconds. Get as many answers correct as you can. Allowed to say pass. We'll come back to that if we get through the rest.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Good luck, Ben. Any questions?
Nope.
I'm not wishing this kid luck. I want him to lose.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. What is the term for a word that reads the same forward and backwards?
Pass.
What month's name comes from the Latin word for 8?
May.
What is the name for the line of longitude at 0 degrees?
For the what?
Line of longitude at 0 degrees.
The prime meridian.
Nice.
What is the term for a 6-sided polygon?
Hexagon?
What is the capital of Denmark?
Pass.
What is the term for molten rock beneath the Earth's surface?
Lava.
What country is the Taj Mahal located in?
India.
What is the name for the first artificial Earth satellite launched in 1957?
I don't know.
What planet has the shortest day in our solar system?
These are tough, man.
They are tough.
Saturn.
What is the term for a word formed by rearranging letters of another word?
Scrabble?
What is the only U.S. state whose capital shares the same name as the state?
New York. No, that's Albany. Pass.
What is a baby kangaroo called?
Joey.
What is the term for a word that means the opposite of another word?
Antonym.
What is a figure of speech comparing two things using like or as?
A simile.
Oh, wow.
Close.
Is that the win?
Wow.
It's going to be close.
Was that the win?
Why do you know what a simile is?
Like or as. That's easy stuff.
I think he won on that one.
Tied on that one.
I'm good with oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
A 6th spot for both.
Is it Oklahoma?
It is Oklahoma.
Oklahoma and Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that is a
That's
good
a
question.
good trivia question.
Couple
All right,
good ones today.
5, and 3. You're still ahead when it comes to the over-under of 12.5.
But Ben, you should be absolutely kicking yourself given what the first question was and you passed on it.
What was it?
What is the term for a word that reads the same forwards and backwards? Come on, Ben.
Are we really going
Palindrome.
back to this?
Palindrome?
He acts like he never heard it before.
Well, the new one was sounds the same. Onomatopoeia.
Ben's fiddling with his glasses like a professor would, right? Like trying to
Like,
think
oh,
about
man,
how to
man.
split an atom.
This
And we're talking about
Cal 3 is
palindromes.
tough right now.
I've asked this question no short of 25 times.
Onomatopoeia is the one that sounds like it, right?
I don't know. Is it?
Let's go through the answers. What is the term for a word that reads the same forwards and backwards? Palindrome. Also, question 2, also a good question.
Really good one. Kyle, what's the answer to this one before Brad gives it?
What month's name comes from the Latin word for 8?
Yeah.
Ocho?
8 makes sense because the month of August is the 8th month of the year.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do, but it seemed too easy.
You guys ever heard of an octagon before?
Oh, October.
Or an octopus.
Oh.
Oc means 8.
Oh.
October.
Okay.
Well, why is it the 10th month then? It makes no sense.
The calendar has changed, guys.
Whatever.
Do you not know the history of the calendar?
No, I don't. We're not going into it.
I kind of want to know the history of the
Well,
calendar.
keep reading your
another
answers.
time.
Okay,
It
fair.
sounds
Maybe
like
next
fake.
segment.
Yeah.
Fake.
What is the name of the line of longitude at 0 degrees? Prime meridian.
Nicely done.
Very well done.
I was proud of you for that one.
What is the term
Shut
for a
up.
6-sided polygon? Hexagon.
You sounded. You didn't lack. You lacked confidence in that answer. I don't know why.
Because the polygon. I didn't like the
yeah,
polygon
yeah,
word.
Ben, what is a
Six-sided
polygon?
shape, yeah.
Next question.
Ben, what is a polygon?
We can get back to that.
What is the capital of Denmark? Copenhagen. Copenhagen. What is the term for molten rock beneath the Earth's surface? Magma. Magma, Dr. Evil style. What country is the Taj Mahal located in? India. Very good.
Ben, what is the Taj Mahal?
It's a very big white building with gold on top.
I don't think that's even accurate.
I don't know if that's right.
It's a majestic building.
Yeah, I see people like Americans that go there.
Travel.
They dress up.
I believe it's like is it?
Is it one of the wonders of the world or no?
I mean, it is white. I don't know if there's technically gold on top. The roof is white, but there's like some, I guess, gold a little bit in it.
Yeah. For passing grade.
For a Ben Brust guess, I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah.
What is the name of the first artificial Earth satellite launched in 1957? Sputnik.
I've
Come
asked
on
this
now.
one probably 10 times.
You should know this one.
Sputnik?
We all heard about it.
Sputnik.
We lost the race to Russia. The Soviet Union.
That was before
USSR.
my time.
That was before
You didn't learn
my
about
time.
the Cold War?
Anything before 1992.
91, yeah.
1991.
Oh, that's what we should do. Pre-1991 trivia next
What planet has the shortest day? Very good, sir. The shortest day in our solar system, Jupiter. What is the term for a word formed by rearranging letters of another word? An anagram.
Scrabble.
week. I loved that guess as bad as it was.
No. Tell me how it's wrong.
Scrabble is a board game.
Okay, it's fine.
What is the only state whose capital shares the same name
what
as
was
the
the
state?
Anagram.
Anagram, okay.
Anagram. Oklahoma for Oklahoma City. Joey is a baby kangaroo. The word for that means the opposite of another word. Antonym.
Nicely done.
Killed it.
The figure of speech comparing two things is like or as.
You
Simile.
got the last three right to get a 6 spot.
You did. Tied it up. 5, and
Look at
3.
you. You
5,
just won't
5, and
lose.
3.
You
I won't die.
Just one
Drag
note,
him.
Nick and Wauwatosa will still receive his ESPN Wisconsin prize pack because Ty still goes to the runner.
What was the
5XL
question?
t-shirt. Hang on, Brad. I got to tell you what this is brought to you by, like Geist Garage Doors. For over 70 years, Geist Garage Doors has been the local trusted name for garage door sales, service, and repair. Don't think twice. Call Geist or visit geistdoors.com. And, of course, Lakeland University, Wisconsin's leader in flexible, personalized education. Whether you're just starting college, finishing your degree, or balancing work and family, Lakeland lets you earn your degree your way. Lakeland University, experience it your way. We'll be back on the other side with any other follow-up questions you guys may have. Like what's a polygon?
Yeah, and the calendar.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
You throw hands?
Do I throw hands?
With T.O.
Will I? I throw hands with Andre the Giant, man.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound on 41, we've got some backups coming in from just south of Silver Spring all the way down past Capitol Drive. Northbound is going to be a bit slow from Mayfair Road all the way up to Burleigh. Southbound 43, watch for backups from Capitol all the way down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly cloudy skies, a low of 33. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and cool, a chance for afternoon possible rain-snow mix, a high of 40. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Break down all the lines, the locks, and the long shots with a weekly wager.
Like, yes, we know you made it this far, but you lost the way we told you have to stop losing.
With Josh DiMaggio and Ben Brust.
You were a better team, you had a big lead, and then you did what we saw you do 3 weeks previous?
Tune in Wednesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. live from the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
You've already put in the work. Now there's a way to make it count towards your degree. At Lakeland University, your work and life experience can earn you college credit, helping you finish faster, saving time and money. With flexible evening and online classes, plus multiple start dates, Lakeland fits your life. Study 100% online at one of our 6 locations across Wisconsin or on our residential campus in Sheboygan County. Customize your degree to fit your life, your goals, your future, without missing the moments that matter, at work or at home. Your experience matters here. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
You asked and Carbless delivered. The fan favorite grapefruit flavor now has its own 4-pack all to itself. That bold, bright, perfectly balanced citrus taste that you've been pulling from the variety pack, it's now front and center in 4 cans, 1 box. Crisp, refreshing, not too sweet, and nothing else has changed. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, just 100 calories and gluten-free. Clean ingredients and big flavor. Always no compromises. Grab the new Carbless grapefruit 4-pack wherever you get your Carbless and find a location near you at drinkcarbless.com. Carbless. Bold flavor in every sip.
How are things at Kessler's Greenfield, Kelly?
Fantastic. I heard you have an idea for springtime.
I love spring.
I have a big collection of new life to show you.
New life is a spring thing.
Show us. I call it crosses and clovers.
These are amazing.
Well done, Kelly.
These are stunningly unique.
Kelly, the surface of this 4-leaf clover is fantastic. What's it made of?
Sarah, the surface of that lucky 4-leaf clover is made of crushed black diamonds.
Wow. I'm buying this one. How much?
$185. In yellow gold vermeil, it's just $270. This cross, $90.
And these initials pendants?
These are $60.
Clovers, crosses, and personalized pendants.
And a leprechaun that says they're magically delicious.
Sarah, that's a breakfast cereal.
Kelly, you've done well.
Extremely well.
Extremely very well. Happy springtime, everyone.
To find the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Calling all seafood lovers, the lobster salad sub is officially back at Cousins Subs. Fresh lobster mixed with our creamy signature mayo, topped with tomato and onion, served over crisp lettuce and finished with a sprinkle of Old Bay. All on our fresh-baked Italian bread. It's a crave-worthy classic you can enjoy in store, online, or on the app, but only through April 5th. So catch it while you can. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The best place to watch any entertaining game is Potawatomi Casino Hotel's amazing sportsbook. Great food, tons of kiosks, drink specials, luxury seating, an atmosphere where you can feel everyone in the room shift by one basket, one home run, whatever it is. You can witness it all at the amazing Potawatomi Casino Hotel's amazing sportsbook. Check it out. Must be 21 years or older to enter. We had a great time at the after party at the Analysis Live. Strofe hang out at Potawatomi till 4 a.m. Oof. Anything to say for yourself?
4 a.m. at Potawatomi, Strofe?
Yeah, my fiance wanted to stay. She wanted to party.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
You wanted her to stay 4 a.m.?
Well, so initially she was like, I want to go home. And then she sat down. She got a spot at the bar, and she was sitting there for like an hour. And then she looked at me, and she's like, all right, we're staying. I'm re-energized.
Does that bar not close?
Well, no, they'd stopped serving.
Oh.
But they didn't kick us out.
How many people were there at 4 a.m.?
We were down to 5 people.
Oh my gosh.
That is bananas.
That is
5
insanity.
people who work here, that is.
Oh,
I mean the whole place.
No, I knew he was talking about here. That's crazy. They need to go home.
Yeah.
They're young kids, Kyle. Don't have to give them.
They
were
were
a perfect
They were
young
not
kid.
all young kids.
Oh, wow.
Do they have to remain nameless?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Stroh's
It
got some
won't mean
secrets.
anything to anybody.
I know. I'm just messing.
I'll tell you guys.
It needs to be secrecy for a reason. I wonder about this calendar situation.
Oh, yeah. Well, first we need to ask Ben, what's a polygon? What is a polygon?
It's a shape.
And?
It's got... I don't know why you're asking me something that I don't know the answer to.
Well, I guess if you're just saying it's a shape, define a shape for me.
Something...
Look, I could draw, and I'm going to. I'm going to
Find a shape. It's getting very deep.
Something I take a pen and...
Is this a shape? I drew a squiggly line. Is that a shape?
I think so.
Yes, it is. Therefore, is this a polygon?
No.
What makes this not a polygon?
It has to be connected. The lines have to be connected.
Okay, hold on a minute.
From point A to point B.
I just drew a circle. Ben, is this a polygon?
It needs to have sides.
There we
go.
There we go.
Hey, you're a good teacher.
There we go.
You're a good teacher.
Thanks, man.
Teacher for the dumb.
Broken down, poly means multiple. I don't know what God
Teacher for
means.
the dumb.
Multiple sides.
Well, I mean,
Multiple sides.
he literally
A shape
talked
with
to you
multiple
like
sides.
you were dumb.
I mean, I don't care what...
Is this a shape? Is this a shape? Now, what would this be? Is a circle that?
Bro.
Size! It has size! Bro, that you need to be in a class with 4 students. You're taking up way too much time.
I actually think you should go back and replay because I don't think I really understand what Kyle had to listen to right there, and everyone listening.
But
that's shape, yes.
Yeah, but then you say, you're a good teacher.
This is
about a polygon.
Oh, you know
25
what?
years too late.
So your third grade teacher, Kelly O'Kelly.
Kelly O'Kelly.
You love her. She's your favorite teacher.
She
of all time.
joined us at the state fair.
She's your favorite teacher.
We went
of all
out to
time.
lunch one time so she could pass me in school.
So,
Wow.
so you were how old? 7 or 8 years old in third grade, roughly?
12 was
You
6th
might have
grade.
been 9, but typically people are 7 or 8.
No. I was
10?
old for my
Usually
grade, which makes it worse.
8 in the third grade. Typically, you're 8 going on 9.
I believe you turned 9.
Yeah.
Turn
turning
9.
9.
Yeah, turn 9.
So Ben might have been 11, but he was in third grade.
Yes.
Got it.
Yep.
She spoke to you like this. Now, Ben,
You have my third. We've read
I
stuff from
understand
third
that.
grade.
I
She
understand
didn't
that.
speak to me like
Ben,
that.
the issue is, no, she did. The issue is you reacted the same way 24 years later.
An epiphany of sorts.
Go get the reaction, please.
You're such a good teacher, Miss O'Kelly. I get it.
Wow. I mean, I actually was listening to some stuff this morning that we aired back in October of 2024.
Why?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Because that's part of my job, guys. I just
October of 2020.
I was going through some old files just to see if I should keep them, and I actually decided I should keep this. And now I'm going to
Our
play.
show in 2024.
Yeah, I'm going to play something for you. Once
What
I
did we
decide-
sound like back then?
No.
Well,
This is scary.
It wasn't. We aired it on our show. It's not us. This is not us. However, I guess I'm going to play it. You'll understand what I'm talking about.
And now, a reading from Ben Brust's third grade autobiography.
No.
When I was 11, which I still am, a sad thing happened. First, I got to go to the
Time out.
Yeah.
I just made a joke that Ben might have been 11 in third grade. Listen to this again.
And now, a reading from Ben Brust's third grade autobiography.
You were 11 in third grade?
I don't believe
When I
this.
was 11, which I still am, a sad thing happened. First, I got to
This
go
is
to the
fifth
Bahamas
grade.
with my mom.
This is 5th grade.
Then why did you say third grade?
Which, by the way, he said 3rd grade. He doesn't know what it's from. He doesn't. But the fact that I'm saying in 5th grade, I'm 11, which I still am. That's how I'm writing in 5th grade.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's pretty rudimentary.
All right, everybody shut up.
Brad-
From the top.
And now, a reading from Ben Brust's third grade autobiography.
When I was 11, which I still am, a sad thing happened. First, I got to go to the Bahamas with my mom's side of the family.
Pause.
We stayed at Atlantis, and we had a great time.
Pause. That's not sad.
Well,
we had a great time in the Bahamas.
That's why your
sad.
writing skills are all off.
Okay,
because
so-
you usually follow that by then saying about the bad thing.
So the story's not over. However, we aired this back on October 16th of 2024. So about a year and a half ago. Does anybody remember what happens next in the story? I listened to this morning.
I remember what
Somebody,
I don't remember.
something
Okay,
bad.
I remember what happened.
We'll continue.
After vacation, Mr. Hannon, who was the assistant principal at Hersey, died. He really admired me and my brother and was gonna wait for me to come to Hersey High School. After he died, my travel basketball team ended the year with a 34-5 record. I'm still alive.
No!
Wow.
What's wrong with me?
That's how you memorialize
Bro,
Mr. Hannon.
that's insane.
I had a 34-5 record.
After he died, we had
And he was going to wait for me. What does that even mean?
I'm still alive. What type of sick child were you?
Go back to
He died, but I'm still alive after going 34.
That's literally dancing on his grave.
34-5.
Ended the year with a 34-5 record. I'm still alive.
There's another really good one I listened to this morning. You want to hear it? Bro, that's horrible.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now, a reading from
there's
Ben
another?
Brust's
there's
third
10 of them.
grade autobiography.
I was 2 and had many adventures up ahead of me. When I was walking around, I tripped and hit my head on the fireplace and chipped my 2 front teeth. My parents rushed me to get help right away. When I was fine later on, I started eating popsicles, and then I loved them. While I was snacking on that, I would watch Thomas the Tank Engine. I still sleep with the Thomas the Tank Engine blanket. When watching that, I changed the channel to Winnie the Pooh, and I loved him more than Thomas. I had a lot of fun times when I was 2.
Your parents just gave up on the 4th child. They said, he was a little oopsie late night.
I was.
Yeah, and he's just like, you know what? We gonna make you through. We just gonna make you through this
Just
one.
shove Winnie the Pooh in front of him.
Did you know, which you probably didn't, I slept with a Thomas the Tank Engine comforter till I was 17.
Oh,
No,
wow.
you did not.
Ain't no way you brought no girls home with that.
It was 6 more years after this?
Yeah.
Your first girlfriend, chick you were making out with. You told us about it the other week.
No,
Yeah,
she
you
didn't
were
come
16.
she didn't come to the room. That was in the basement with like real
What if she
blankets.
said, show me your bedroom?
We can't go in there. Hang on. Before we go in, I got to stuff the Thomas the Tank Engine in the closet.
This kid was out here
Crazy.
dunking on cats.
I think we
Getting
should
scholarship
put one
offers.
more. I'm going to read you titles. Tell me which one you think sounds the best. Barefoot, College Sports Dreams, Cubs Game, Hot Stuff. I imagine that's Donna Summer.
Yeah.
Travel Soccer, or When I Was 3.
When I was 3.
Let's see what the next year looked like.
And now, a reading from Ben Brust's third grade autobiography.
When I was 3, I am sure I had a great time. I always sucked on my 3 fingers and couldn't leave my blankie alone. Everywhere I went, it went. Later that year, my family and I took a trip to Arizona. On the plane, since I was so bored, I took my blankie out and slept with it.
That's it? You were so bored you took a nap?
That's it? That's all it's in there?
That's 3 years old, sucking on fingers in your blanket?
I'm sorry. This is an assignment that you turned in? What was it? So Brad at 13 was taking the ACT, and you at 11 were writing like this. This is crazy.
When I was in
That is
15, I
crazy.
was playing this game the other day where you try to guess what country it is, like a random country. And it reminded me in 5th grade, I did like a deep dive on the country of Ghana. You were writing, you were writing about sucking on your thumb?
That is quite wild.
That is
like 5th grade is
insane.
when you start like separating yourself academically and excelling. Ben was way behind the pace.
This is alarming.
It is.
I was bored, so I took a nap. That's what he wrote.
I'm so glad your daughter has
gosh.
2 genes to pick from. Hopefully,
Yes.
she
yes.
leans towards
Water
his
down
wonderful
your
wife.
genetics.
Yeah,
She's
not
dramatic.
athletically.
After last night, I know she's dramatic like me.
Oh, well.
Oh, that is hilarious.
This is crazy. Your parents didn't check your work, did they?
No.
I can't wait to tell you about the calendar.
I don't think I can handle it right now.
Yeah, you can.
When I was in 6th grade, I burned my stomach holding a frozen pizza pan. I still have the mark.
He speaks like he writes.
Yeah, he does.
I'm not going to show him. It's on my stomach. We're not revealing stuff.
Took his shirt off last week.
It's okay. I'm going to tell you why I brought that up, because we're talking about Palermo's Pizza. I was branded with frozen pizza at 6th grade getting burned, and now I'm still branded with Palermo's, and I can't wait to eat Palermo's for the rest of my life. Sendix has a deal for you through tomorrow. Connie's Thin Crust for $4.99. Bring home the pizzeria taste without the pizzeria prices. Only at Sendik's, but they have more than just Connie's. They have Screamin' Sicilian, thin and crispy, and they have every type of pizza imaginable. Burns not included. Handle carefully when you are putting it in the oven. Set to 425 or 450, whatever the directions say, and make sure you have a shirt on and have a oven mitt when taking it out. You will not end up like me. You probably just won't end up like me academically either, but make sure you get your Palermos at your local grocer's freezer. I don't know how we got there, but I am. Wow. Wow.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
The kid's got the longest rope in radio. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
You could take that one of two ways, and I agree with both.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, King. I see you, the confident.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Westbound 94, we've got backups from about 25th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Eastbound, we did have an earlier accident around Moreland Road. That has been cleared, but we do have delays stretching all the way back to about Brookfield Road with that one. Then some more delays coming out of the Stadium interchange to 35th. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Mostly cloudy skies, a low of 33 tomorrow. Mostly cloudy and cool. A chance for afternoon possible rain-snow mix. A high of 40. Weather's brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Win big with Quick Trip's Red Zone Midwest Tour. You could drive away in a 2026 Chevrolet Traverse Z71. Want in? Stop into Quick Trip. Purchase any qualifying fried chicken or Coca-Cola product with Quick Rewards and you're automatically entered. Want to boost your odds? Grab both in the same stop and you'll score 5 bonus entries. Full details at quicktrip.com/red tour. Delicious chicken, ice cold Coca-Cola, and one incredible ride. Quick Trip's Red Zone Midwest Tour.
And ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
Cece, which approach do you like better? Wemby breaking it down or Shea saying he's just going to let his game do the talking?
I like Wemby advocating for himself.
Me too.
Because I think he put everybody on notice. That is basketball fans, but then also media, and in particular, MVP voters. No longer are you going to be allowed to skate voting for the guys that have the best offensive numbers, the best metrics, the best analytics, so on and so forth. You're going to have to actually lock in and watch the games and watch the impact that Victor Wembanyama is having. Because before, when you had a guy this size, this stature, there was ways that teams could get them off the court with lineups or with their style of play. But Wemby is so versatile that there's really nothing you can do to take him off the court. Mm-hmm. Other than this guy getting winded, there's nothing you can do to get him out of the game.
Harry Douglas here. Let me ask you something. What if you can enjoy the taste of a cocktail, the warmth of a spirit, and still stay fully in control? That's RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category. RK delivers bold flavor and a real warming sensation with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and zero calories. Perfect for nights out, social gatherings, or anytime you want the experience of a drink without sacrificing tomorrow. Check it out at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, all the flavor, none of the alcohol.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Prizes,
Flyaways,
even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice. because the earth needs a good lawyer.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
After replaying some of those clips from my 5th grade autobiography, it's hard to shake me and it's hard to lose confidence, but that did it. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe pulling the strings back there.
Bro, you said sides to a polygon, figuring out what a polygon was on like your 6th guess. Like you had discovered the cure for cancer. That's how excited you were.
Yeah, it was quite disappointing. I just
you were like, oh,
yeah,
I knew,
shock.
I knew
sides.
Yeah, I knew you were dumb, but I didn't know you was dumb.
I mean, I am good at what I need to know.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm very specialized.
Back then had to be a struggle for you.
What are you gonna do when your baby girl, your daughter, asks you for homework help?
We're gonna hire a tutor.
Don't help. No, send her to
throw money at it.
Throw money at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, please don't help her.
Yeah, right? Is that
because
this is a good time to throw money at it. I can't help her with school.
It will be money well spent.
So do you think?
There's also this new math thing going on. I'm hearing about.
I was just about to ask you about math because when I was
good at math.
When I was in school, we did
Sure
like
you were.
lattice. Yeah, right. We had
Go
like
through the multiplication table right now.
Lattice multiplication, and you would probably have to relearn that.
Go through the multiplication table right now.
8
What do
times
you
8.
mean? Go through
64.
111 times 42.
That's not the multiplication table.
9 times 8.
72.
7 times 8.
56.
There's a third
53.
grader. Uh-oh.
7 times 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had 57. No. No, I had it right. 56.
Why did you second guess it? There's a third grader who zipped right past
An odd times an even is always an even.
Yeah,
Where'd you get 57?
Well, you guys looked at me like it was wrong, and it was
But
right.
you should not be confident. That's the problem. Come on now, Ben. I'm telling you, we should get a third grader in here and have you guys do the 60-second multiplication tables and see who can finish first and who gets the most right. I promise you, there are third graders across this country.
I just asked, when is the multiplication tables taught to children? 2nd and 3rd grade.
I felt like I was in 5th grade.
So they gave you that special book. No. Ben, you don't get this one. You still doing addition in the 3rd grade.
John in Milwaukee, tell us about what we have to look forward to as future parents of children.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I'm going to be real honest with you. I think maybe the most terrified I was as a parent was when my daughter was in 9th grade algebra, because I was good in math in high school and even in college, but man, the way they teach that stuff made no sense to the point where I'm like, I need you to give me the book and let me learn this stuff the way you learned it, because I can do that and I can teach you, but I can't teach you the way I learned it, because you're going to fail all this stuff, because your teacher's going to be like, sorry, you didn't show your work, you didn't do this the right way, you're a loser. And that was not a fun time
John,
in my life.
Why did they feel like math needed to be changed? Of all the things, and maybe you don't have the answer because you were just
he said
surprises us.
If my daughter said, "Hey, you need to read this book and then teach me," I can't read.
Of all the things that probably didn't need to be changed, math.
They change math all the time. We didn't learn the same way our parents learned, our grandparents learned. I'm just gonna be honest.
You sure?
Oh yeah, they definitely changed the way that our grandparents did not learn math the same way we did. Ain't no way. I'm going to tell them straight up.
Long division?
My tax dollars go towards these teachers' salaries. Go get extra help from your teacher.
Powerful.
What I don't know, they're going to have to help you with. Math ain't my... Listen, baby, math ain't my thing. I can help you with history. I can help you with reading books. Math ain't it.
When Kyle Wallace Jr. asks for help, you say, not here, son.
Ben throws money at it. I say, go to your school teacher. And I will call the teacher and let them know we need some help.
I need a confidence boost, guys. I really do. If we're going to continue on until 5 o'clock, I need you guys to make me feel a little better.
This too late for that. You should have asked your parents for that back in the 90s. It's 2026, not 1996. You needed it.
I'm not talking about school. Just hype me up.
What do you need hyped up? What do you need to be hyped
Confidence.
up for? Confidence?
No. You tear me down every day for 3 hours. Why would I help you?
I don't tear you down. Do I tear him down?
We all tear down
Ben,
Stroke.
what's my favorite sports team of all time? What's the answer to that?
The Wisconsin Badgers.
Specifically?
The basketball team.
Specifically?
Me.
And?
Me.
And?
Frank?
And what did we do yesterday when Frank Kaminsky was on the show?
We tore you down.
Interesting.
Multiple times now.
Yeah, bad.
Multiple times. Resurrecting all of Strokes.
I stand by those decisions.
My heroes think I'm a loser
yeah?
because of Ben Brust.
Well, you didn't lift 95 pounds.
Well, the Mr. Irrelevant Combine, which I created last year, didn't have what event?
Bench.
Who had the great idea to implement that into this year's Combine?
To be fair, though, you should be benching if you're going to do the Combine.
Yes, it is an event.
You should do it. If you're going to do the NFL Combine, Mr. Relevant style.
To be fair,
what?
It was the Mr. Relevant Combine. Who wasn't invited as a guest last year?
Ben.
Who inserted themselves and made it all about them while I did it?
Who got 10 million views not lifting 95 pounds because of me?
You know what's crazy?
So anyway, I'm not going to build you back up, you idiot.
I forgot
you dumb man.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot this was the Mr. Irrelevant Combine. I thought this was part of KBN that we ripped you so bad. We sure did.
We adopted it.
We played it more.
We enhanced it.
We did
We enhanced it.
You're a star.
We took it to the next level.
You are a star in Illinois. You can walk in downtown Chicago and people will recognize you. Not for good things, but they'll recognize you.
I was sitting at the Brewers game last night, and oddly, I think somebody realized who I was, and they were talking about Frank Kaminsky. He tapped me on the shoulder. He said, "Do you know who Frank Kaminsky is?" I said, "Yeah." And then he goes, "Oh, I know you. You're on the radio." And I said, "I am." And then he said, "You're the guy who can't lift 90 pounds."
No way.
And I said, "No."
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's going to follow you along
Think
for
about
the rest
all
of your
the
life.
people that didn't know you existed, but now know. Frank Kaminsky, Caleb
Is that the
Williams,
legacy that
Colston
you want?
Loveland, Tucker Kraft.
That's true.
Think about all these guys.
They know you for the most pathetic feat in the entire world.
Well, we're going to get you there
How
one
did
day,
we
buddy.
turn this back on Stroke?
Because that's what I do best.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you about where we are going to go for the decathlon when Alex Strofe shows off his athletic abilities in the pool. And the 100-meter freestyle against Kyle Wallace in the decathlon. That's at the Princeton Club. They have Madison locations. That is the breaststroke. That is not a freestyle, bud.
Wait, you can't determine how I swim.
What are you talking about?
He said he was going to do a backstroke. Did he not say
The backstroke?
The backstroke, whatever it is, we just got to get it done.
Strofe doing a backstroke would be common.
You can do the breaststroke, but it's way slower.
I don't know what I'm going to do. We're going to plan it out.
It's called the freestyle. I guess freestyle. I mean, do whatever you
Pick your
want.
style.
You guys do whatever you want, man.
Stroke gonna be doing a backstroke.
I'm going to be doggy paddle.
Honestly,
Can we run, or is it gonna be too deep?
Whoa.
I
know.
I can't get into 12
There's
feet
lifeguards.
now.
There's lifeguards.
Lifeguard my ass. We need to be in the 5 feet.
No. We'll throw you the little circular thing.
I'll be on guard.
I'm fine with 12 foot.
No, I'm not fine with 12 foot.
I'm the lifeguard.
No, hell no. We gotta be in 12 feet is a death sentence.
No, I want you looking down and seeing the deep end.
No.
as
It
you do
ain't
this.
Do you
about
need
that.
goggles?
What if I get tired?
Then paddle water, catch your breath, and keep going.
Now y'all trying to kill him,
Bro, the Princeton Club will have lots of lifeguards.
I'm trying to save the
lots
Princeton
of those
Club from
donuts.
becoming the Wallace Club. That's what I'm trying to do.
You're gonna sign a waiver, buddy.
Okay.
And if you drown, how
life insurance?
The pool, the pool is going to be
good.
dedicated to Kyle Wallace.
Right, that's crazy.
Kyle Wallace Memorial
Pool
at the Princeton Club, New Berlin.
Brought to you by the 100-meter freestyle in the decathlon at the Princeton Club. Madison locations, New Berlin locations. We'll make sure it's safe for you, Kyle. Chicken, bok.
Yeah, death is scary. Hell yeah.
We're talking about a 100-meter freestyle.
I was
not treading water.
This whole time I'm thinking I'm gonna be in like 5 feet water. 12 feet? Oh no. At least in the 5 feet, like I can.
They have swimming lanes.
This is Kyle Brust.
That's a early trigger from Strofe. Check out the Princeton Club for your better tomorrow and grow in 2026. Now you can trigger it.
App. You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman.
We've called him Whitey Tighties. We've called him the Hall Monitor. He's Jesse Nelson. Like he's just, I'm Jesse Nelson. Kyle, you're Jesse Nelson.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
We're not trying to get from A to B. We're trying to get from A to SB, as in the Super Bowl.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
Burkhardt Sporting Goods in New Berlin is the baseball lover's destination, with a massive state-of-the-art indoor training facility featuring hit tracks with precision analytics, a huge open turf area, and all the best training equipment you need. So get in here and get ready to get better. And we'll help you with this special offer. Buy 20 batting cage credits for $30. That's 25% off. This is Brian Burkhardt, and if you love baseball and softball like we do, you can't beat Burkhardt. 153rd and National. If you plan on draining buzzer beaters, the place to start is Burkhardt, where you'll find a great selection of residential basketball hoops from the best brand, Gorilla. We'll handle the installation and take care of everything to make it easy from start to finish. And right now when you buy from Burkhardt, standard hoop installation is half price. You can't beat that. This is Brian Burkhardt, and when you love basketball like we do, you can't beat Burkhardt.
Hi, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Most contractors cut corners and disappear when there's a problem. Not us. Since 1997, we've completed over 60,000 projects, earned thousands of 5-star reviews, and were named 2025 Roofing Magazine Contractor of the Year. We set the standard for exterior remodeling. Trusted by homeowners, proven every single day. We're excited to show you why choosing Infinity means peace of mind. Visit infinityexteriors.com to see why your neighbors trust Infinity.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Milwaukee Juno senior and Gonzaga commit, Dooney Johnson. Johnson led Juno to a historic milestone, helping the program capture its first ever WIAA Division IV state championship. In the state semifinals, Johnson filled up the stat sheet with 27 points, 11 rebounds, 5 steals, and 4 assists in a 72-54 win over Regis. He followed that performance in the title game with a game-high 23 points along with 7 rebounds, 4 blocks, and 2 assists, leading Juno to a 62-54 victory over Cambridge. Johnson's all-around play on the biggest stage helped power Juno through a championship run to remember. Congratulations to Dooney Johnson, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Hungry for something fresh and delicious? Get your favorites from Cousins Subs delivered straight to your door. From our freshly baked bread and hand-sliced meats and cheeses to our famous sides, crispy golden fries, Wisconsin cheese curds, or creamy mac and cheese. Every meal made to order and ready to enjoy. Ordering is quick and easy online or through the Cousins app. Whether it's a solo lunch, family dinner, or a spread for the whole crew, let us bring it straight to you, fast and fresh. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is ready to slip someone into a green jacket. The next tournament of the season's here, and there's $1,000 in cash prizes. Hey, ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellison, inviting you to a 2-man scramble at Georgia Golf Club, all played on Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center's spacious, state-of-the-art simulators. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. It's just $120 per team, and all teams must compete their round by March 31st. Who's walking away with the cash, and who's earning that green jacket?
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Reading and writing were never my strength, but numbers were, thank God. And that's where Bank CMG has been awesome to work with, because I speak a little bit more of my language. From the banking experience that they provided to the other products that they can also provide you, the all-in-one loan was amazing for our family. Have that up and running right now, closed about a month ago. Saving money on interest, paying down the principal faster as we're in a starter home, and after 3 years, we can pay that principal down faster than we would with a traditional 30-year loan, which has made Bank CMG amazing to work with. If you're interested in learning more, it's very easy. Go to visit bankcmg.com. Tell them Ben sent you. If you go to a local bank, they're a member FDIC, equal housing lender. They have everything you need for your banking and mortgage experience. Bank CMG. Check them out.
Can I get this calendar explanation or what?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Strofe, can you explain the calendar to me? You blew my mind.
Yeah, so the question, this is based, if you're just joining us, off the question, Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust from earlier, where it's which month in the calendar is based on the Latin word for 8. The Latin word for 8, of course, is octo, like octopus or octagon. Of course. And that equals 8. But October is the 10th month, which everybody goes, huh?
So you have more.
Shouldn't October be the 8th month?
Would make sense.
Well, what if I told you, Brad, at one point October was the 8th month?
You're a lie.
What did they add?
It's linguistic fossilization for all those months. Because December, decagon.
10.
December used to be the 10th month.
So we added 2 more months?
So way back when in the original Roman calendar, March was the first month. Quintilis was the 5th month. That doesn't exist anymore.
Quintilis?
Why'd they get rid of Quintilis?
Sextilis was the 6th month.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
And then from there on out, it was named after numbers, and those have kept form: September, October, November, December.
And Sept is
Septem,
for
7. October, Octo for 8. Novem for 9. And Decem for 10, like a decimeter.
So what changed? Why did the Greeks or Romans change it?
Numa Pomp Elias. That's around 700 BCE.
Mm-hmm.
That is when Rome's second king said, the calendar makes no sense. Calendar
Smart
doesn't make any
guy.
sense. So he said, Januarius and Februarius, we are adding you to the front.
Ooh.
Everything else is shifting. And that's where linguistic fossilization comes in. Ben, if I say linguistic fossilization, what does that mean to you?
Linguistic, I think linguini.
Oh wow.
That's not right at all.
Linguistic has something to do.
You for real?
Yeah. Why would I know the word linguistic?
Oh,
You've never taken a linguistics class?
Yeah, you've never even heard about.
Okay, don't do this thing where you guys are making stuff up.
No,
This
this is actually pathetic.
It's one thing for 5th grade Ben. It's different for 33.
You just never heard of linguistics?
No.
What? Yes,
the scientific study of language and its structure.
Yeah.
There you go, buddy.
You've never heard somebody say
speech class.
Well, yeah, but it's linguistic.
And what about fossilization?
Fossil. I know what a fossil is. It's an old artifact.
We're not even done. Act 3. Julius Caesar came in and introduced the Julian calendar, which is a 365-day year with a leap year every 4 years. That was a thing. The Gregorian calendar is now what we use. And why is October the 10th month? Linguistic fossilization.
Who crowned these Greeks as the people who get to determine what we do in America?
They ruled the world at that time.
Sure did.
Don't know anything about that either. I have a lot that we didn't get to in this second hour that we can do coming up in the 414 Hour 4, and we will do. So, don't go anywhere. ESPN Wisconsin app, YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Kyle Brust Nortman continues next right here on 94.5 ESPN. Don't go anywhere. We are back in 2 short minutes.
KBN's the show that never ends.
Some delays along southbound 43 coming in from just before Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette and over the high rise. Back on the brakes from Beecher Street down to the KK River crossing. We've also got delays westbound 94 from just west of 27th Street all the way to Hawley Road. The eastbound side's backed up from 70th Street all the way to about 35th. And then on the excuse me, in English, on the bypass southbound from Beloit Road down and around the Hale interchange going to be slow past Forest Home. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly cloudy skies, a low of 33. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and cool, a chance for afternoon rain, possibly a rain-snow mix, a high of 40. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
I need a little range, step to the range. new flavor in town, the Jalapeno Ranch Club at Chick-fil-A. With that juicy Chick-fil-A original spicy or grilled chicken, a buttermilk ranch bun, candied bacon, pepper jack cheese, and jalapeno ranch sauce. It's got big ranch vibes with a little heat. Chick-fil-A's new Jalapeno Ranch Club. Available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour on KBN is brought to you by Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. Looking for new windows, siding, roof, and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KBN.
414.
Ben
414.
is done.
414.
We found out he knows nothing. That mind is empty. Like the Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz. That's Ben.
No lies told. No lies told. No lies told. No lies told.
What's 7 times 8, Ben?
56.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe is running the show. You, KBN Nation, can get us. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee to see our beautiful faces. And, of course, everything's on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Matt LaFleur talked about Jordan Love's ceiling. We hinted at this when we talked to Mark Tauscher early in the program. And his response was interesting, not one that I thought Kyle Wallace would expect, because Kyle had said at age 28, how much more can his ceiling go up? And Tauscher said at 28, you still learn. You can still do a lot more. You can still get a lot better.
Bro, at 28, most NFL players are getting ready to retire. Brad?
Yeah, but when you look at the quarterback position, it's a little bit different.
I mean, but it's the quarterback position is different. But I mean, I love Jordan Love, but your 4th year as a starter, especially being your 8th year in the NFL, we should know exactly what you got. He had a cheat code because he sat for multiple seasons.
Strofe, what do you think of Jordan Love last year?
I thought Jordan Love was awesome last year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Like awesome. Awesome would say that you would say he's basically a top 5 quarterback
It
last
sounds
year.
like you're saying that. I would say he was awesome last year.
Yeah, but quantify awesome.
It was the best year of his career. He looked like the franchise quarterback of the future. I thought he was the most consistent he's been.
Quantify to the NFL quarterbacks.
I thought he was a top 7 quarterback.
So that's the thing, is you can't say someone's awesome then hedge all the way down to top 7.
Well, there's a difference between awesome and elite.
It's still a top third of the league.
Oh, so now again, we're getting nitpicky.
Semantics off.
You're getting nitpicky. Was he awesome? Is Jordan Love awesome?
Hold on. What you're trying to do the thing where you're telling me how I feel. Let's do it this way. Are you disagreeing? Was Jordan Love not awesome last year?
He was really good last year. He wasn't awesome.
Okay, what's the difference between really good and awesome? Ben, I think we have a really good relationship. In fact, I would go as far to say that we have an awesome relationship.
I think that's crazy.
In fact, I referenced the Brewers fans yesterday behind me. They asked me if I knew who Frank Kaminsky was. The next question they asked me, once they realized I was the guy who can't lift 95 pounds, they said, so is Ben Brust really a jerk? And I said, no, he's my best friend. So I would say we have an awesome relationship.
Was Jordan Love awesome last year? 800-990-3776. Was he awesome?
He was really, really good.
But Strofe just said really, really good is basically awesome. So you're saying what Strofe was saying.
Awesome is a little bit, I think that's an oversell. He was really, really good. He had awesome moments, but awesome.
Was he awesome? 800-990-3776.
Incredible. I mean, Jordan Love was really, really good last year. Again, you take out the Philly game, you take out the Carolina game where the offense really stalled out, especially it was when the tight end Tucker Kraft got hurt during that Carolina game is when the offense had some struggles and some problems. But after that, they got going, and Jordan Love was part of that solution, especially when they went to Detroit there on Thanksgiving. He was magnificent. He made a big play at the end when he had that pass to Tay Wicks to put the game away. So, again, last year, if you look at it, if he stays healthy that entire year, I think he ends up being a top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
It's interesting. Am I using the phrase awesome like kind of how we casually use awesome? Then, yeah, he was awesome. But if I'm going to actually say I was in awe of how good Jordan Love was.
Wow, we're getting really wordy.
I don't think I ever stood him like I'm in awe of how he is playing.
All right, let me just ask this then, because I don't want to get caught up in awesome. What I will ask is, do we know what Jordan Love is? And should we know what Jordan Love is at this point? Because every time I bring up Jordan Love, there's a plethora of answers on a range of Malik Willis should start over him.
That's crazy.
I'm crazy. Just let me put the range out there. You get Malik Willis should be the starter, trade him for picks, or Jordan is going is a top 5 player. His EPA is ridiculous. Look at his quarterback rating. Look at his QBR. He's got everything. So where is he? And do we know what he is? The silence is deafening.
Well,
because but you have to think too much to give an answer is my overall point.
It's why this comment, in my opinion, was strange by Matt LaFleur, right? Matt LaFleur basically saying, I'm excited to see where Jordan Love's ceiling continues to go. He has a high ceiling, right? To me, I feel like we've seen Jordan Love's ceiling. He has stretches and games and moments where he looks like he could be the best quarterback in the NFL. The back half of 2023, halves like the half in the Chicago Bear playoff game, even stretches like you said against the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving. There are halves, there are games, there are series of games, stretches of games where you're like, this dude.
So you're telling me you don't know what he is?
I'm saying I don't know if he consistently can be awesome, elite, great MVP. He's hanging out in that area from time to time. But then certain things come up, whether it be a bad half or a bad game or bad decisions and or not clutch moments. And you're just like, he's just not there consistently. You have to be consistently great, consistently awesome, consistently MVP for this team to actually be a Super Bowl contender.
Jason in Hale's Corner, what do you make of Jordan Love? Do you know what he is?
He's got his brilliant moments, and then he's got his moments where you go, huh? Why did you just do that? I don't think he's that awesome. I have to disagree. You've been to the playoffs every year. You're a 7 seed, and you guys are constantly losing. Now, is he awesome with that? No. Great, phenomenal. I mean, don't get me wrong. Phenomenal stats during the regular season. That's all great and dandy, but what is the end goal? Super Bowl every year for Green Bay Packers. And with Matt LaFleur, I just want to add just one thing real quick, and thank you for taking my call, guys, first-time caller. Oh, with Matt LaFleur,
appreciate you.
Too soft with Matt LaFleur. He's got to go. I'm sorry. I guarantee you, if you got a new coach in there, I guarantee you this, 110%, Jordan Love will be awesome.
All right. Wow. Back to Matt LaFleur.
Strong first-time call.
Hale's Corner don't play.
Wasn't awesome. Has brilliant moments and has. I mean, it's kind of what you're saying. What the heck just happened? Moments.
Yeah, I mean his greatness. You can win a Super Bowl with. Like some guys, you're like, I don't even think he has that gear. Jordan Love has.
We
that
know
gear.
He's got that gear.
He's got that gear,
and it was the most consistent we've seen him last year. Yet there's still questions about the consistency, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I'll put it this way: since he's been a starter in the NFL, he's top 10 in touchdown passes and top 10 in yards. right? That's exactly what you want. Is that not when you transition from Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love, when you transition from one franchise quarterback to a guy that you hope to be a franchise quarterback, when you look at the stats of touchdown, passing, and yards, which is huge, right? The reflection of a quarterback. If your guy's in top 10 in the last 3 seasons as a starter, then that's the guy that you want. So that's why when I look at Jordan Love, I'm happy with the performance so far. There's still room for him to just be more consistent, right? I think we've seen the ceiling, right? I feel like what we saw against Detroit, what we saw against the Chicago Bears, despite a rocky third quarter where the offensive line fell apart, that is the Jordan Love that we are going to consistently get. The guy that can throw for 2-3 touchdowns in a game. A guy that can take over a game when you need him to do it because we've seen it from him. So for me, my confidence in Jordan Love comes from the fact that he is a top 10 quarterback in touchdown passes and yards since he's been a starter in the NFL. I like that.
Strofe says Jordan Love is awesome. Is he awesome to you? Do you know what he is? Let us know on the Carbless Talking text line, 800-990-3776. I'm Kyle, Brust, and Norton. Let's go to Jason in Sheboygan. Jason, what do you got?
Hey, good afternoon, guys. I got the numeral answer, what he is. And you take it as a compliment. You take it whatever you want. This is what he is. That meme with the Spider-Man, they take off the mask. As a Cowboys fan for 47 years, since I was 6 years old, he is Dak Prescott. That is what he is. He is great at times, but he's not consistent. Puts up great regular numbers. Sometimes is hurt. That it throws a pick wherever it comes from. He's Dak Prescott.
It's not an awful analogy.
Kyle didn't jump on his throat, so he's
not bad.
Dak is a good quarterback. He's just part of a bad organization. And his ceiling for Dak Prescott, I think he has a higher ceiling than Dak Prescott. But overall, Dak's not a bad quarterback.
Can you win a Super Bowl because of Dak Prescott? Can you win a Super Bowl because of Jordan Love?
I think it's to be seen. Dak Prescott has shown that you can't win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott, but with Jordan Love, I do think the Packers have an opportunity to win a Super Bowl.
Diana McGuanago, you're up on the Carbless Talking text line with KBN. Is Jordan Love awesome?
Hey, Dirty.
You want to know? I told Stroh, I looked up the difference between awesome and really good.
Ooh.
Awesome implies an extreme level of admiration, and really good indicates high quality, but moderate.
He's high quality.
He's very high quality.
AJ in Baltimore. What's going on, AJ?
My dog, boy. Somebody tell me that dude in Hale's Corner wasn't Dirty D, but then when I call in, Dirty D's on the line again.
Wow.
I don't know how that happened.
I'd have to play it back.
But first,
Dirty D, can you talk?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay. Now we'll have to. No, but this is AJ in Baltimore. We need our guy from earlier. I know you can. Strove's got a call. He's got to work the phone.
A lot going on back there.
He asked us not to bother him during the work.
Yeah.
I was saying that I sound like the guy from Hale's Corners.
That's what AJ in Baltimore saying.
No. The guy from Hale's Corner sounds like you, Dirty D.
Yeah, well, the guy from Baltimore's on crack.
Oh, wow. It's KBN Nation fighting each other.
AJ in Baltimore, anything you'd like to say back?
I don't know what brand of stupid you're smoking, D, but it's the same brand they're smoking out in Hale's Corner.
Dang.
Dirty D, back to you. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
This is great. A Royal Rumble.
I'm going to pee myself. they're
fighting. The guy in Hale's Corner.
Where's the Hale's Corners guy? Please call back.
We need him and Dirty D on the line.
Please,
again.
yes, Dirty D.
Don't hang up.
Stay on the line, Dirty D. We need the Hale's Corners guy. 800-990-3776. I want to see if they sound alike.
Oh, I love when the kids are fighting.
What was his name from Hale's Corners? It was a first-time guy. Jason.
Oh, a lot of Jason.
Jason, where are you? We got to see if you sound like Dirty D.
Great. What an allegation.
That is quite the allegation.
There's Jason.
All right. Now we got to get them having a conversation with one another.
We have to have them have the same sentence. Say the same sentence and see if it sounds alike.
One hates Matt LaFleur, one didn't.
All right, we got both of them. Jason, you first. Please say the Green Bay Packers are a great franchise.
The Green Bay Packers are a great franchise.
Diana, please say the Green Bay Packers are a great franchise.
The Green Bay Packers are a great franchise.
Oh, my gosh. AJ was right.
Wait, say it together.
Say it together. 1, 2, 3.
The Green Bay Packers are a great franchise.
Thank you so much for playing along, Jason and Diana.
Wow.
That was great.
AJ, back to you.
It sounded like an echo.
Is this confirmed?
I gotta say, these guys, if they're not related, they got to do a 23andMe and find out. But
that was crazy.
I didn't even catch it the first time, but then when I just heard it, I said, "Oh my gosh,
that was wild." So is Jordan Love awesome?
That was awesome. Jordan Love may not be awesome, but that was awesome.
That was awesome.
Thank
ESPN Nation coming together.
And for those who are still on the line to talk about Jordan Love, like Paul and Kyle, we'll get to you on the other side. But first, Strove, tell us about one of your friends.
Yeah, I'll tell you about my friends over at Robert Hack Diamonds. Heck yeah. Happily engaged man. I know it's hard to believe because of my 95-pound fiasco, but I am a happily engaged man, and that's because I went to Robert Hack Diamonds in Greenfield, 2 locations in Brookfield as well. I had no idea what I was doing when it came to buying jewelry and an engagement ring for my now fiance, but thankfully I worked with Wisconsin's most trusted name in diamonds for nearly 80 years, Robert Hack Diamonds. Leslie and the team in Greenfield were spectacular. And when I got down on one knee and I knew I had the girl, I just needed that yes. I got that yes. And I said, heck yeah, because Robert Hack Diamonds helped me out. If you're looking to take that next step, like I was just a few months ago, you got to go to Robert Hack Diamonds in Greenfield or Brookfield. They are the absolute best. I'm telling you, they are literally voted Wisconsin's most trusted name in diamonds, natural and lab grown for a reason. Online as well, Robert Hack, HAACK Diamonds.com, RobertHackDiamonds.com. Hack yeah, thanks to Robert Hack Diamonds.
Not only was the Spider-Man meme Jordan Love to Dak Prescott, Diana McGuanago and Jason in Hales Corners are also the Spider-Man meme. More next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I can't believe she delegated the week.
I can't believe Brad just called my woman a cat.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound on 41, we've got backups just a little bit past Hampton. Beyond that, looks pretty good all the way to the zoo. The northbound side, a little heavier from the Mayfair Road. It's going to be slow all the way up past Capitol Drive. Southbound 43, slowing down from Fond du Lac Avenue through the Marquette. Back on the brakes from about Beecher Street down towards the KK River crossing. Westbound 894 is delayed from 27th Street to Loomis. Southbound 894 from Beloit Road down and around the Hale interchange all the way past 76th Street. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies, low of 33. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and cool. A chance for afternoon rain-snow mix, a high of 40. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Don't miss a moment of the basketball tournament action this March at 3rd Street Market Hall. Home to your one-stop, must-stop viewing destination, 3rd Street Market Hall has over 20 locally owned food vendors, a 30 self-serve beer wall, over 50 HD TVs, plus game day specials. The perfect place to work remotely or catch a game between meetings or over lunch, 3rd Street Market Hall is your downtown home for basketball this March.
Hey fans, John Kuhn here, team captain of the Potawatomi Sportsbook, and there's a reason it's considered the Midwest's premier place to bet on all your favorite sports. The full bar, awesome dining, 2,000 square foot screen, and nearly 100 betting kiosks makes for an unbeatable playbook. Bet above the rest, only at Potawatomi Sportsbook in Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
This is Coach Greg Gard. I've lived my whole life in Wisconsin, and I know what people here value: hard work, honesty, and looking out for one another. That's exactly how Bank CMG approaches banking. They combine hometown values with modern tools to help people make confident financial decisions. When you want a bank that understands where you're coming from, Bank CMG makes sense. Visit bankcmg.com or stop by your local branch. Let's get to work.
Remember how you felt when you were 25? Your morning workouts were a breeze, You had a drive that kicked in way before your first cup of coffee? Does it feel like you're losing your edge? You know, it might not be your age. It could be low testosterone. At Mentality, we'll get to the bottom of what's really going on and build a personalized plan using testosterone replacement and peptide therapies to help restore your energy, focus, and drive. Get back to being the guy you used to be. Book your appointment with Mentality at lowtusa.com. Again, that's lowtusa.com.
You've already put in the work. Now there's a way to make it count towards your degree. At Lakeland University, your work and life experience can earn you college credit, helping you finish faster, saving time and money. With flexible evening and online classes, plus multiple start dates, Lakeland fits your life. Study 100% online at one of our 6 locations across Wisconsin or on our residential campus in Sheboygan County. Customize your degree to fit your life, your goals, your future, without missing the moments that matter, at work or at home. Your experience matters here. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Wisconsin weather doesn't wait, and neither should you. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we make upgrading your home simple. Right now, order today and get 0% interest until 2032. You heard me right. 0% interest all the way until 2032. Upgrade your windows and doors now and pay over time without paying interest. With our 10-year limited warranty, you can feel confident in your investment. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. 3/31/2026.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Stroh running the show. Is Jordan Love awesome? Do you know what he is? How high is his ceiling? 800-990-3776. Shout out to Diana McGuanago and our guy Jason in Hales Corners. Found out they sound very similar. We might be having to listen back to that at a certain point here. But let's go to Kyle in Grafton first. Kyle, tell us what you know about Jordan Love.
Yeah, I would say we'll never know what his ceiling is until LaFleur allows us to find out. I think he needs to kind of hand over the reins at times, a little too run heavy.
So
wow,
the last part, I think is not the part I want to talk about. What needs to happen? LaFleur hand over the reins, or Jordan ask for the reins, or they just one of them just needs to do it, and it doesn't matter who. Because, again, I will think back to that Cowboys game where they had plenty of time to win in overtime after scoring 5 straight drives in the red zone, and they had to throw up a prayer at the end after mismanaging the clock that dropped with 1 second left to be able to tie the game. So that is the question that I want to know is, like, whoever does it, someone needs to do it. Because Jordan should have more ability to make decisions than have to wait on everything from the sideline.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, Matt LaFleur is a great game planner. Every time the Packers offense comes out, they look pretty darn good in the first half. Even in the Bears playoff game, it was the second half where adjustments were made, started to neutralize some of the Packers' attack, and they just never quite recovered. So I just wonder if Jordan Love sees things differently on the field. If you gave him the game plan that Matt LaFleur could prepare him with, but then also gave him some ability to audible, change plays, give him some more freedom across the board, pre-snap. I just wonder if another gear would be able to be shifted into him. I do think we've seen Jordan Love's best in moments. I think his best is good enough to win a Super Bowl. It's just doing it consistently, game in and game out.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, being more consistent and getting Tucker Kraft back. Because once Tucker Kraft went down, because before that he was ripping off 70% completion games like it was nothing with Tucker Kraft in. But once he lost Tucker Kraft, there was a little bit of an adjustment there with the completion percentage and the offense just not looking like itself. So I would like to see this game, this offense run more through the arm of Jordan Love, simply because I believe in Tucker Kraft, I believe in Christian Watson, I believe in Jaden Reed, I believe in Matthew Golden. So I think we have enough pieces at the Jaden Reed too, the wide receiver room, for them to be able to run through the arm of Jordan Love.
Every time I hear this conversation, I just get scared crapless about that offensive line's uncertainty.
Yeah, because I don't want to give injuries as an excuse, but we did determine that one of the 3 important pillars of winning a Super Bowl is health, right? Average games lost, and you have to be on like basically the top 10 of that. We're going to be that. It's crazy to think about this offensive line struggled basically the whole year, right? Offensive or the running the ball never really got going with Josh Jacobs, and still Tucker Kraft, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed never on the field together at the same time. You would say those are your three top weapons. Each one of them has had moments you were like, this guy's unbelievable. Jaden Reed was probably the Packers' leading receiver. It got hurt.
That catch with the collarbone, yeah.
Got hurt early, came back a little bit
was
late.
Was it a catch?
It was a penalty that negated it.
That's right.
It was a great catch.
But like those three have moments of being really, really good. Elite for like Tucker Kraft and even Christian Watson. Those guys healthy on the field together with Jordan Love can be awesome. It just comes back down to that old line.
Paul in a car. Is Jordan Love awesome? Do you know who he is?
He's good. I don't think he's awesome. I have a question for you guys. And this scenario actually played out in the playoff game. Minute and a half to play. You got one timeout. You got to go 75 yards, and you have to have a touchdown. Do you think Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur are the guys to get you in the end zone?
Packer, Kyle?
Yeah, you said one timeout, huh? Oh, you know what? We had that scenario happen, and my coach used the timeout entirely too early. And he ruined the Packers' chances of driving downfield for a touchdown because he called the timeout when they got to like the 45 or 50, which limited the amount of taking away the middle of the field late in that game with under a minute left. So I believe in Jordan Love. I'll be honest. I defended Matt LaFleur a lot during this. He has to be better at game management. And
he's got like 8 head assistant coaches now.
Well, I hope those assistant head coaches will help him with game management and using those timeouts because there's no reason why the Green Bay Packers should not have been able to get closer to the end zone. They used that timeout entirely too early. So I do have concerns. But we've seen them also bring us down there before, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
But in the playoff moments is where we're going. Let's go to Alex Strofe.
Yeah, I don't.
It was. If you missed the start of the 4 o'clock hour, it's
really
a
hard
must
time
listen.
focusing back here.
ESPN Wisconsin app or YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee.
So we had Jason and Hale's Corners call in, and then we had AJ in Baltimore call in while Diana McWanago was on the phone. And AJ in Baltimore said to me before I put him on the air that Jason and Hale's Corners sounds a lot like Diana McWanago. Diana McWanago was still on the phone, so we had Jason and Hale's Corners call back. And then we compared their voices, and I was just listening to I don't know what you guys have been talking about the last 5 minutes, I'm going to be honest with you, because I've just been listening to this over and over, and it's all right. So let's start with Jason and Hale's Corners.
The Green Bay Packers are a great franchise.
That's Dirty D.
Dirty does it.
I mislabeled these. This is Jason Hale's Corners.
The Green Bay Packers are a great franchise. The Green Bay Packers are a great franchise. The Green Bay Packers are a great franchise.
Oh my God!
It's remarkable.
And then here's them together.
The Green Bay Packers are a great franchise.
They're legitimately siblings.
It sounds like an echo in that second one.
It
like
sounds like they come from the same town.
The Green Bay
Bro,
and they also
that's crazy now.
Packers are a great franchise.
I guess McGuanago and Hale's Corner aren't too far away from each other.
They're not.
So, yeah, I mean, listen, if you live over there...
Yes, they are. They're like 40 minutes apart.
No, Hale's
Corner's is south.
Yeah.
McGuanago's south, too.
Yeah, and they're both going... I think one goes
west. McGuanago's
west
and Hale's Corner
is
they not so far west.
That breeding out there, they might be cousins.
The Green Bay Packers are a great franchise. The Green Bay Packers are a great franchise.
He's literally
the Green Bay Packers are a great franchise.
The male version. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
The echoes are crazy.
What's happening?
The Green Bay Packers are a great franchise.
Brad, you do it. You're from Wisconsin.
The Green Bay Packers are a great franchise.
Strofe should do it next, but he's on the phone.
That's oh no. We didn't upset Dirty D, did we?
No.
Okay, just making sure she didn't call back.
I mean, I don't know much about Jason. We could have, but it seems like he's a good sport.
No, I enjoy it. You know what? I feel that is Wisconsin at its core right there.
Jason in Hale's Corners, you're up on the Carvelous Talking text line.
All right, guys, I'm just going to blow your mind away here right now. That was Diana, you said, in McWanago?
Yeah.
Well, that's where I grew up, McWanago.
No! You're lying. Jason, you're lying. Wait.
I swear to God, I was the class of 1993. My cross-country coach was Mr. Vick and Mr. Lammers. My wrestling coach was Mr. Vick as well. I played on the wrestling team, cross-country team. I went to
I believe you, Jason. Now we just got to know when she graduated.
You said class of what, Jason?
93.
93. Diana,
93.
Diana, we need you now. We need you now, Dirty D.
This is the Twilight Zone. This is turning into the Twilight Zone.
Had to be. There had to be some connection. They cousins. I'm telling you, that's they long lost cousins. Dirty D, we found your cousin.
Oh my goodness.
They sound so similar. This the male version.
Dirty D's calling back.
It's the male and female. I love it. Dirty D might be a little bit younger than him though. I feel
high
like
school in 90.
She graduated probably 97.
All right, let's go to Diana McQuantico. Diana, did you go to McQuantico?
No, we've only been in McGuanago for 4 years. I am born and raised in Bayview, Wisconsin, and we lived in Muskego for 11
I don't
years.
buy it.
So, no, I'm not from McGuanago.
That's a good cover.
No.
McGuanago
got that strong, and Muskego, that's right by there, too. I mean, they got that strong accent out there. You don't, Dirty D, don't take offense to this. You don't sound like a Bayview girl. You don't. Bayview, you don't sound like you from the south side of Milwaukee. You sound like you from the sticks.
Okay.
Yes, that's okay, girl. That's okay. We still love you. But you a McGuanago girl now. Muskego.
I miss Muskego.
Did you go to Muskego High School?
No, I went to Bayview High School.
Okay, now shout out to the Red Cats.
Yep.
Yeah. That yep came out. That yep. That yep was me. I was 414 right there. She 262 now though.
I don't believe a word she said. She went to high school in McGuanago, graduated in 93.
Bro,
that's the only
explanation.
Do you realize that accent is so thick out that way? It just changes. Let me live out that way. I guarantee you all of a sudden I'll be talking about it's the 414 hour at 4.
I will say it's a phenomenon, right? You live in the South, you start saying y'all and all that kind of stuff. It's just the same thing.
It is. It's so strong. I love it.
Oh my goodness!
All I know is
we found missing cousins. We saved the day, folks. On Kyle, Brust, and Norman. Give
Beautiful.
yourself, AJ and the Berg, give yourself a round of applause.
Beautiful.
You cracked the code. I feel like we just played a game of Clue.
We really did. While we were trying to talk about Jordan Love.
We did. We talked about his ceiling and if he's awesome or not.
This has been the most absurd 90 minutes in the show's history.
It's not our fault that we found cousins.
Today, I just want to recap real quick.
Please do, Stroh.
Today, we have taught Ben Brust what a shape and a polygon is. We learned that Ben Brust has never had any empathy as his entire life. He wrote in his biography that a principal he liked died, and then he went on the very next sentence to tell us what his basketball team's record was that season, and then brag about how he was still alive.
Yeah.
That was from his 5th grade autobiography.
I can't refute that, unfortunately.
We taught Ben what linguistics were as a professional linguist.
Bro, that is crazy when you think about it.
It is wild.
You taught us about the calendar, history of the calendar.
I taught you about the history of the calendar. We debated whether or not Jordan Love was awesome. Not if he was good or if he had a great season or like if he's a top 5 quarterback in the NFL or if he's the best quarterback in the NFC. We argued about if he was awesome.
Linguistics.
And then we went on to find long-lost cousins, Jason and Diana, thanks to AJ and the Berg. So I am, or AJ and Baltimore rather. So I'm a little bit taken aback.
Well, you got to follow it up, Strofe, coming up next with the Wheel of Strofe. You know that, right?
I can't wait.
Good luck topping that one. If you want to catch a shuttle to a Milwaukee Bucks game, you know where to go. It's Potawatomi Casino Hotel. You place a bet, you get a wristband at the counter, then bam, you can go on the first-come, first-served shuttles next to the annex. Shuttles depart 1 hour and 15 minutes before the game. Return shuttles third quarter, nonstop until after the game. The best part is it's free parking at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. So when you park there, you can have some fun. You can have some fun at the game, and you can have some fun after. It's a round trip of fun. All courtesy of Potawatomi Casino Hotel and their amazing sportsbook. Wheel of Strofe. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I don't value that.
You don't
value much.
You don't.
That's not true.
No, that's true.
That's true.
Well, you guys are coming at me a little too much.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We got some backups on northbound 41, pretty much from Mayfair Road all the way up to Burleigh, a little bit further north of Capitol Drive as well. Southbound 43 is actually improving. We're seeing delays just through the Marquette itself, and then southbound from Chase down to the KK River crossing. Westbound 94, usual backups from just before 35th Street to Hawley Road. Eastbound slowing down from Hawley to 35th Street. Traffic is brought to you by Glenroy, now hiring. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies, a low of 33. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and cool. A chance for afternoon rain snow mix, a high of 40. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Spring is here, and living with your old, drafty, foggy, dirty, hard-to-open, bad windows is no longer an option. You deserve better windows and doors. At Siding Unlimited, we install top-of-the-line wood, vinyl, and fiberglass windows with options to fit your style, color, and design choices. Built for energy efficiency, installed by our professional craftsmen at Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited. Experience, integrity, craftsmanship. Visit sidingunlimited.com today.
Looking for a better spot for your next team outing or client meeting? Welcome to Veer North, Milwaukee's upscale sports bar, designed for more than just game day. It's ESPN Milwaukee's Alex Stroh. Veer North, located on Milwaukee's east side, your go-to for catching the big game, happy hour, or your next group outing. This is more than your average sports bar. Elevated food, craft cocktails, and a modern atmosphere. Perfect for off-site meetings and entertaining clients. And when the game's on, you've got the best seat in the house. Veer North, Milwaukee's east side destination for business and game day alike.
March into big savings at Exterior Pros and Baths. Refresh your home this season with energy-efficient windows, durable roofing, beautiful new siding, or a stunning bath remodel and get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings during their March savings event. But this offer won't last long. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
Look, it's Jake from our store in Kenosha.
Hi, Monica. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Rick. Your email said you had a big surprise. Look and tell me what you see.
Wow, I see 9 perfect examples of the classic diamond solitaire engagement ring.
They're gorgeous.
These rings are exactly what people imagine when they hear the words engagement ring.
Monica, do you think it will always be like that?
Evermore.
That long?
And each of these is 3/4 of a carat.
$998.
Unbelievable. So how much do we sell them for?
That is how much we sell them for. Can we do that?
We're the largest employee-owned jewelry company in America, Rick. We can do anything we want.
But for how long?
Evermore.
People can choose any of the 9 most popular style solitaires, 3/4 of a carat, and each of them was created in the heart of a miniature star.
5 different diamond shapes, 2 colors of gold. Evermore, just $998.
Or $14.98 with 1 carat diamond center with diamonds on the side.
Learn more at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Legacy? Yingling, 197 years family owned. That's elite. But legends evolve. Meet Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. Just 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and it actually tastes like beer. Crisp, clean, goes the distance. No regret in a can here. Your beer should keep up with you. Flight's putting up MVP numbers in the light beer game. The other guys on the bench. Wisconsin, level up. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Weird weather days like this expose those pains in the knees, your hips, your shoulders, or your back. Even me, old ACL injury, feels a little bit creaky, a little more pain in there. Well, QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. They're going to help you get rid of that pain for the long term, reduce inflammation, get you living back to the life that you want to live. They use their treatments on the cellular level to go and use your body's own healing properties to take that pain away. And it's nothing crazy where it's like surgery or downtime or drugs. No, you go in for your treatment. You walk out, you go on with your day. No negative effects going forward from there. So if you've been dealing with long-term pain in your joints, it's time to get that second opinion, that consultation. You've been waiting long enough. You've probably been putting it off. Don't put it off any longer. QC Kinetics consultation is free. You're going to learn something as you go in there. I promise you that. Zero obligation. And you're going to want to start that personalized path to a pain-free life as soon as possible. 40,000 patients have already done so. You can be 40,001. So give them a call right now. QC Kinetics here in the Milwaukee area. 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
It's time for the
Wheel of Strove. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman taking you up to the Homer Hour at 5 o'clock on 94.5 ESPN. Time now to hear what's on Alex Strove's mind.
It's hard to have anything else in my mind besides the missing Cousins that we reunited today. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on the ESPN Wisconsin app or wherever you get your podcast, the 4 o'clock hour. Absolute banger today. Woo! Another day, another buckaroo. It's time for the Wheel of Strove. I got topics. I got things to talk about. I got a wheel. I'm going to spin it. We're going to have some fun today. What do you say, Brad?
Let's spin the wheel.
I'm glad he asked Brad that because Kyle and I have been like, just shut up and spin the wheel.
Good spin, Strove.
Just an empty square. This means we get to talk about the biggest heist in 2026.
Who got stolen? What got stolen?
Overseas.
My.
12 tons.
Whoa.
Of Kit Kat candy bars.
Oh, wow.
How many total Kit Kats was
Brother,
that?
a metric bleep ton. 12 tons? That's 24,000 pounds.
Where did this heist occur?
Oh, my gosh.
How many Kit Kats?
413,793 Kit Kats.
That is a ton of Kit Kats.
What?
What are you going to do with all those Kit Kats?
I guess sell it on the Kit Kat black market.
The Kit Kat.
I mean, be at schools, be a candy man at the school.
Hey, Kit Kat here. Kit Kat here.
I got this king size Kit Kat for $1.
You sell 413,000 of those for $1. You got $413,000.
Hell, you sell for 50 cents, you still got a lot of money.
Number one, how? That's my first. How? Because it's not like a semi-truck is carrying 24,000 pounds worth of this.
Well,
you think they went to the factory straight up?
I thought it was a truck.
How many freights are there? I thought it was a truck.
It was. The theft occurred while the candy was being transported from a factory in Italy to Poland. This was a heist.
This was planned out.
Targeted.
This was organized.
There had to be inside information.
So are they holding it hostage? Like, what are you planning on doing with this Kit Kat? Like,
pay us the price of 400,000 Kit Kats.
You know what? I've learned this year that there is a dark market for everything, and they probably stole.
Why'd you learn that this year?
Why have you learned that in the last 3 months?
Oh, if you go down these rabbit holes of all the stuff going on around here, boy, let me tell you.
Any rabbit holes that won't make me completely depressed.
Okay, well, this Kit Kat one, I promise you, they probably have a buyer. There is probably a buyer for these Kit Kat bars. Somebody probably said, listen, I'm sick of paying these high prices.
Somebody that runs like a chain of grocery stores or something.
Distributor.
Sure.
One of these guys. I ain't going to say no names because I don't want to list nothing. But, there's a lot of places out here that probably said, listen, we'll give you $100,000 to steal these Kit Kats. And they said, deal. Deal. So these Kit Kats.
But if all the product to steal, Kit Kat?
Bro. Do you know how expensive
the margins are there?
Yeah,
margins.
It's big margins. Getting them stolen.
Juicy
big candy.
Hey,
it's big candy. Big margins.
You know what a great margin is when you get something for free and you resell it. That is the best margin you can get. Is it not, Bradley?
It's a great margin right there. The product too doesn't spoil, doesn't go bad. Kit Kats can last.
Ain't nothing better than that.
So there's a black market for everything.
There is a black market. Who else would steal all these Kit Kats? Ain't nobody eating all this. They stole it for somebody. They plotted it out. It was a heist for Kit Kats. And it's going to come out there was a heist for Kit Kats. They had diamonds stolen, now Kit Kats.
Man, what's next? If Kit Kats can't even be protected.
Kit Kats aren't safe.
What's next? I mean, my goodness.
Unbelievable. I couldn't believe that story.
Wheel of Strove.
Now you can.
Kyle always makes it make sense. I'll tell you what.
Oh, almost.
Blue for the Yukon Huskies, who obviously won on a last-second shot the other day, and they are absolutely bonkers, insane, psychotic head coach Dan Hurley. Did you guys see the clip that's going viral now? Right after the shot was hit, he put his face right into a referee's.
Yeah.
Should be. Well, we officially have a comment from Dan Hurley on what went down there. on the Triple Option podcast called Ayers, the referee, an easy guy to work with, and then said, really, at that point in the game, we had it won. I just thought he was coming over to chest bump me to celebrate the shot.
Wow. So, but they do know each other.
Yes.
And they are friends.
Ayers is one of like the most
strong, right?
Huh?
I hope they're not
friends
friends.
is probably strong.
Maybe strong, but there was
Ayers
relationship.
refs a ton of games, like a ton of games. He's had them a billion times, I'm sure.
You know,
and so you get to know the referees.
Dan is an odd fella.
Very odd.
I mean,
Odd fellows win championships.
Yeah, well, Coach K wasn't odd. And so I'm just saying, I mean,
wow.
No, he wasn't that odd. I mean, he literally.
He wasn't that aggressive.
He got suspended for doing the same thing only 2 weeks ago. I guess it's almost a month ago now. Oh, no, 3 weeks ago against Marquette.
Making contact with
with
the
a referee. He literally got suspended for a game from the Big East tournament.
So Roger Ayers, he has reffed 7 Final Fours in his career, was not assigned to the Final Four as announced today as well.
Boo.
But what are you going to do? It was among the biggest moments in NCAA tournament history. You're going to suspend him, give him a tech?
No, why would he even do that? Why not go to your
He's crazy.
He's
a nut.
He is a.
Let the crazies be crazy.
I don't understand what goes through his mind.
He can get to an extreme high, back to baseline in about 5 seconds. Baseline, freak out, baseline.
You know,
I've never seen it.
I would have probably had UConn going further, but I listened to these dudes that have a show called March Mode, and one of them, Ben Brust, said they were fraudulent.
Oh.
Did you not say they were fraudulent?
I had them over Michigan State, though, in my best bet.
What about in your bracket?
I don't give a damn about a bracket. I care about money in my pocket.
No, because I listened to you, and you didn't think they were that good.
Yeah, you should have listened to me when I had Michigan State all year as the biggest fraud of the tournament, and it was actually...
It was a close game.
Did they cover and win? They did.
Again,
You think too much about brackets. I think about money in my pocket.
Oh, this is the spin zone when you have a whole show based off you supposed to being in your mode in March, and the only mode you were was trash.
In your mode in March.
That's what it's.
I'm in my mode, just different ways.
His grandest mode.
And I'll tell you what, fellas, I've been in my mode recently when I visited one of the best new spots in the Milwaukee area, Milwaukee's East Side. It's Veer North. It's an elevated sports bar experience. You can get away with a date night here. They got the big screens. They've got the great patio. They've got great food, great drinks, all the good stuff. Veer North on Milwaukee's East Side. It's brand new. You've got to go check it out. Like I said, you can get away with a date night here. You can take corporate partners here. You can watch a big game here. You can do all the in-betweens. Great burgers, great pizza, craft cocktails, all the in-betweens. And as this weather starts to get warm, man, I'm so excited to check out that huge patio space they have, which they're going to have some concert series out there, too.
Oh, sounds like a great spot for a date night.
A date night and live music. My favorite things ever. Hanging out with my fiance.
No, I'm now looking forward to how many times you say you're going to go on a date night here, and then
or I will go there to jump on the shuttle because they have shuttles to Milwaukee baseball games. They have shuttles to Summerfest, all the in-betweens. It is one of Milwaukee's up-and-coming sports bars.
How many date nights have you been there?
Veer North, just one so far. I think I'm going to go there Saturday, though.
Is that a date night or just a Strofe day?
Blurry lines on that one. Could be both. Could be both on that one. But Veer North, Milwaukee's East Side. Check it out.
There's blurry lines. You did say they have shuttles, so that's good to know. We wrap up Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on the other side next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I put my card in, I pump. When it clicks, I pull it out, I put it away, and I move on to my own. That's
what she said. Thanks so much, old T.
She pumped and moves on with her life.
Take it out, put it in, move
That's
on.
what she said.
Come on, Kyle, keep up. That's Packers Hall of Famer. That was one of my better ones, and he's confused.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on March 31st.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Tampa Bay Rays.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in March 31st at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee or check your local listings to watch the game.
Hey fans, John Kuhn here, team captain of the Potawatomi Sportsbook, and there's a reason it's considered the Midwest premier place to bet on all your favorite sports. The full bar, awesome dining, 2,000 square foot screen, and nearly 100 betting kiosks makes for an unbeatable playbook. Bet above the rest, only at Potawatomi Sportsbook in Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
Let's talk about home turf. Your lawn is a reflection of your pride, hard work, and even competitive spirit. If you want a yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare, you need the right plan. That's where Weedman Lawn Care comes in. Weedman's lawn care program is kid and pet friendly, uses golf course quality fertilizer, and has an effective weed treatment to dominate any issue. Get a free quote of Weedman's winning formula for your yard at weedman.com and get 50% off your first treatment. That's weedman.com. Weedman for the win.
I'm very familiar with Gruber Law Offices because they're always out in the community.
Gruber Law Offices are known to be honest, hardworking.
They're always involved in our neighborhoods.
Gruber Law Offices make our community a better place.
They are the best. For nearly 40 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped people throughout Wisconsin. If you're injured, we're here to help. One call, that's all.
Wisconsin would not be the same without Gruber Law Offices.
Come grow with us at Glenroy. For more than 6 decades, our family-owned company has built its reputation on quality, reliability, and providing strong career opportunities in our community. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Here, you'll find competitive wages, a clean, modern workspace, fully vested 401k, yearly bonus award, and the chance to build a manufacturing career with purpose. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers.
It's time for the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart, located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. National Liquor Mart is packed with deals for all your beverage needs, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily.
After being eliminated from playoff contention on Saturday, the Bucks dropped their 4th straight game, falling 127-113 to the Clippers. Gary Trent Jr. led the Bucks with a season-high 36 points. Here's what he had to say after the game on his mentality going into the final games of the season.
Go out and fight. The season is not over yet. We still have a brand of basketball the Bucks want to play, a certain style we want to play and continue with from now on to the future. And again, you got to leg work that and ground that now.
Up next, the Bucks will host the Dallas Mavericks on Tuesday night at Pfizer Forum. I'm Will Summers.
This has been the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart. You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman wrapping it up before the Homer Hour. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe running the show. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line. The debate raged on about if Jordan Love is awesome or not.
You know what was crazy to me? Jordan Love was the topic of conversation. We got some Jordan Love people coming in. 2 callers brought up Matt LaFleur.
Early on in the show, we were being too mean to Matt LaFleur. And then around 4 o'clock, everyone started agreeing with us and not agreeing with Kyle, who was pro Matt LaFleur. So
we can't see Jordan Love's ceiling until Matt LaFleur is gone, or Matt LaFleur gives up some power to Jordan Love.
I mean, we act like Matt LaFleur didn't play a significant role in Jordan Love. We got to remember when Jason Wilde would talk about Jordan Love in practice, he was like, the future's not bright. He's not that good. That's
true.
Yeah, the amount of times that we had to ask about were there wow moments? That was the big thing in Jordan Love's rookie year. Did he have any of those wow moments in camp?
He wasn't even a backup quarterback his rookie year. I don't think they ever suited him up, right?
He was a non-COVID non-participant the entire year.
And so that's my whole thing is that you have to give credit to the person that helped cultivate, grow him, teach him, and that is Matt LaFleur, the same guy that was able to help reinvigorate the career of Aaron Rodgers to get him to be an MVP again. So you can sit here and say, oh, he's not going to reach his potential until Matt LaFleur is gone. Well, Matt LaFleur helped him get to the point where he is at today, where a lot of us believe that he can be an MVP one day. So that is very special talent that he has, and that connection between him, Jordan Love, and Matt LaFleur is something that I believe can be very, very special. And I think without Matt LaFleur, we don't have the current Jordan Love that we have today.
I mean, that's true. And Jordan Love being an MVP candidate. We forget, week 15 was that? Denver going into the game, third for odds for MVP and playing real good in that first half. It felt like everything was on the table at that point. And that's how I know Jordan Love can sustain high levels of play for a long time. The question is when it matters, because if we look at his playoff history, we get after Jordan Love's, or we get after Matt LaFleur's. But Jordan Love's, yeah, he had a great game against the Cowboys, but then a pretty bad game against the 49ers that same year.
His playoff stats aren't the greatest until Chicago.
Chicago. The first half of Chicago was very good.
Whoa. You got to look at the big picture. The game against the 49ers, he was good in the first half, and then he.
What do you mean? Yeah, he had a perfect passer rate until they put him back in for one play.
No.
He was awesome against the Cowboys.
No, you said his playoff performances weren't that great. I thought. Did you?
I mean, he had 3 picks against the Eagles.
I understand that, but when you look at it, he's played in a total of 4 games, and 2 of them have been really, really good, and one was really bad, and another one was okay. The one against the 49ers, he was just average.
He wasn't.
You can't put Love in the really good against the Bears just for one half,
bro.
You can't.
You should look at what he did in the fourth quarter too. He was really good in the fourth quarter too.
Did he deliver in scoring more than 27 points when they had 21 at half?
Again, we're not having this conversation if it wasn't for.
But we are having the conversation, Kyle. You said it was on Matt, and now you're putting on McManus. You'll put it on everyone except Jordan Love.
His kicker missed the extra point. His coach sat there and called the time a boneheaded timeout entirely too early, which took away the middle of the field. Jordan Love still was trying to put the Packers in a position to win the game, but it just didn't work out. Jaden Reed dropped the pass.
His playoff record is 1-3 at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, it is, but there's a lot of reasons why there's 3, and most of them ain't him. I put the Philly game on him, and then the other 49ers game, he messed up, even though I wish.
The ending interception was really bad.
Yeah, it was bad. But Jaden Reed had a nice catch that he dropped, right? That changes everything. You get the ball downfield, stop the clock, but he dropped it. So you got to go back and do other stuff. So
Jordan Love isn't the reason why they lost.
But he's not the reason why they won either.
He could have went and won them the game.
He had 323 with 4 touchdowns and 0 turnovers. His field goal kicker literally missed the extra point, fellas. Like, what are we? If McManus makes the extra point, it changes everything with that game, because instead of driving down for a touchdown with a timeout, you're driving down to get yourself in field goal range. By the way, he had missed a 2 field goals before that.
Maybe don't.
You could say that you should just close the game out and score touchdowns.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. I know
it's not his fault.
For sure. Your coach made. I'm telling you, that was a fatal mistake for the team when he called that timeout that early.
Yeah, that was a bad mistake. Again, Jordan Love, I don't think you put.
But we shouldn't have been surprised by that, because of the game management situations that he had been in throughout the whole season.
And I know Jordan Love's capable. The $55 million quarterback, an elite quarterback, scores touchdowns. Gets at least a touchdown in the second half.
He did get a touchdown.
He did get one. Remember, Matthew? You forget because the field goal kicker missed the extra point.
That's right. That's what caused the 6 from 21 to 7. But one
definitely wasn't 2 made field goals. Definitely wasn't
wasn't 2 made field goals.
Definitely wasn't that.
So again, that's why I'm not going to take any slander from Jordan Love. He was exceptional in that game until his kicker just messed him up.
Unfortunately for him, despite everything that you may be saying, people will look at 1-3, and that will be the storyline. As you look at quarterbacks as elite quarterbacks based off what they do in the playoffs.
I also believe that Christian Watson could have put his body on the line on that last one.
I agree. I agree. When you look at the all-22, it was in quite the window.
It was a dime ball, and Christian, to his credit, I mean, there were 3 dudes surrounding him. He was gonna get crushed. He was gonna get popped.
Do you want to win for your team, or do you want to protect your body?
Well, if I'm Christian Watson, I want to win, but understanding my body is important. Self-awareness, isn't that something that we always credit? I mean, come on now.
Wow.
Come on now.
Come
on now. If Christian would have caught that ball, we got destroyed. Wouldn't have played the next
I'm sure he would have held on to it.
Ooh.
Oh,
maybe.
That makes it even worse.
I mean, if you get crushed like that, it's hard to hold on to a ball.
He would have held on. He just would
like you would know.
That's true too.
Wow, what?
That's
shots
fair.
at him. Don't
he
let
punted.
Don't let somebody.
I'm trying to help you out.
Talk to you like that.
He's an all-state tight end.
Right.
Yeah.
Getting hit from a high schooler versus a safety in the NFL is not the equivalent.
I was doing the hit.
Do you have a tackle in the NFL? Don't think so.
He didn't tackle anyone. He touched somebody as they were running out of bounds.
Did you call someone a word?
Yeah,
a returner after I tackle? If I got a half a tackle? Yeah, dog?
Yeah.
No, I would have said much worse because I'm tougher than you.
Oh, wow.
Homer Hour next.
Brad's the pro with a polished stance. Groves, the glue who gives the show its dance.
Got a couple of